you think you're braggers? We plundered all the gold, we raced across the sea, we found the hidden island down in the Caribbean. But in the tell no tales, no rumors will they spread, for we can keep a secret if two of us are dead. A galleon filled with Spanish gold, full of the treasures in her hold, sunk it to the bottom and stripped down to the bones, and the crew when they're sold to Davy Jones. Bloody and cold, the faces like stones, and the crew when they're sold to Davy Jones. We plundered all the gold, we raced across the sea, we found a hidden island down in the Caribbean. And then to tell no tales, no rumors will they spread, for we can keep a secret if two of us are dead. A vicious storm upon the waves, as half of the crew was washed away. The Spanish had a wrath, as the gods surely laughed at the foolish bravery of our escape. As the storm finally waned, and a charming island raised, from the sea as only three of us remain. In the sand, as we turn to the island we plan to find a way home and a way back alone, with a ship that could carry all we had. As I rose to my feet, my days they did meet, my sword and my pistol in my hand. We plundered all the gold, we raced across the sea, we found a hidden island down in the Caribbean. Did they tell no tales, no rumors will they spread, for we can keep a secret if two of us are dead. We plundered all the gold, we raced across the sea, we found a hidden island down in the Caribbean. The dead may tell no tales, no rumors will they spread, for we can keep a secret if two of us are dead. Whoa! Whoa! You criticize my drinking, it keeps the devil at bay. The life that I have lived, I wouldn't have another way. And with a twinkle in my eye, I watch the girls as they go past. If you don't like the way I live, then you can kiss my Irish ass. No matter my future virtues, no matter my past sins, I need plenty of beer and women, no matter the order they're in. Because all day long, whiskey and shenanigans, every bastard that we meet turns out to be another friend. You can pour another round, we'll raise a pint again, cause we're the Black Irish Sons of Erin. We're the Black Irish Sons of Erin. No matter what you're in for, we're really all the same. I'm surrounded by my kinfolk who all share in the blame. Our feet have traveled many miles and stumbled in many bars. To quench my thirst I'll have a whiskey sitting on the enemy arm. No matter my future virtues, no matter my past sins, I need plenty of beer and women, no matter the order they're in. Because all day long, whiskey and shenanigans, every bastard that we meet turns out to be another friend. You can pour another round, we'll raise a pint again, cause we're the Black Irish Sons of Erin. the devil at bay. The life that I have lived, I wouldn't have another way. And with a twinkle in my eye, I watch the girls as they go past. If you don't like the way I live, then you can kiss my Irish ass. No matter my future virtues, no matter my past sins, I need plenty of beer and women, no matter the order they're in. Because all day long, whiskey and shenanigans, every bastard that we meet turns out to be another friend who can pour another round. We'll raise a pint again, cause we're the Black Irish Sons of Erin. We're the Black Irish Sons of Erin. We're the Black Irish Sons of Erin. My head is full of noise. The pipes they are a-calling. Can you hear them, Danny boy? It's been too long since we sailed. Tie a rope and make it fast. 'Cause home she came to break our back. The good times they can never last for long. Can you hear the song? Gangway, gangway, gangway. Sirens are a-howling, I can hear the banshees wail. Cthulhu has been on the prowl since ever we set sail. We're trapped within the tempest, hoping that we last the night. I feel the chill, the winter's bite. The land would be a pleasant sight for me. Can't you see? Gangway, gangway. Resounding, we fear no mortal man. I can feel my heart a-pounding as we take a final stand. Oh, the ship is lost in our lives as well. Say goodbye and fare thee well. There's a place reserved for us in hell. No stories will a demon tell. Hold fast, fight to your last. Gangway, gangway, gangway. Been a long day, a hoisting sails and tying many lines. And I won't be drinking water, pour me grog. We shine the brass and swab the decks and oakummed up the seams. And tonight we don't drink water, pour me grog. We're many months to sea, it feels like agony. And all I wanna do is call the pain. The ship ain't got no whiskey, we're running low on gear. And tonight we don't drink water, pour me grog. I sharpened up my dagger and I found some unused rope. 'Cause they made me drink the water, pour me grog. try your luck, cause now we're privateers, and it won't be drinking water, pour me grog. We'll fix the ship and lay some plank and then set sail again. And tonight we don't drink water, pour me grog. We're sailing out to sea, it feels like agony, and all I wanna do is serve some pay. The ship is stocked with whiskey, there's plenty of rum and beer, and tonight we don't drink water, pour me grog. Aboard the ship, the prize is finally ours, and tonight we don't drink water, pour me grog. Divide the gold and plunder when we dock at Pirates Cay, and tonight we don't drink water, pour me grog. After many years of sea, it feels like agony, being away from home ain't worth the pain. Only thing I recommend is a sailor's only friend, and it ain't the fucking water, it's the grog. And I plot my trade, hard working and true man's a maid. Never fought for country, never won a war. A community pillar, but I wanted more. Farewell to life and liberty, I traded all so freely. Trumpet cry, toasting to the conceit of me. Secrets undone, finally uncrowned, I march alone, gallows bound. What I sown. Now at the end my true colors show. I thought I had the right to do as I wanted. Entitlement reigns and I am haunted. Farewell to life and liberty, I trade it all so freely. Trumpet cry, toasted to the conceit of me. Secrets undone, finally uncrowned, I march alone, gallows bound. My fate is sad. I played my hand in one last bet. I thought I won, I thought I had you fooled, competing to win, my ego overruled. Full of promise, dark with pride, living two lives, real Jekyll and Hyde. Contentment, it eluded me, self-absorbed to consume me. Farewell to life and liberty, I trade it all so freely. Trumpet cry, toasted to the conceit of me. Secrets undone, finally uncrowned, I march alone, gallows bound. Living my life for luxury and pleasure, holding myself to impossible measure, creating meaning for the sadness. I left the wake of chaos and night. As I roved out one morning, and I felt the foul chill of the air. Oh, I ne'er could see him before me, but his presence surely was there. I knew the end was a-coming, and the color ran away from my face. At the end of your days when you're summoned, oh, you're off to the locker with haste. down to the Hallelujah, Hallelujah, a blood red sky and the rolling sea, Hallelujah, Hallelujah, a golden sea in the morning, Hallelujah, Hallelujah, a blood red sky and the rolling sea, Hallelujah, Hallelujah, a rolling sea in the morning. You criticize my drinking, it keeps the devil at bay. The life that I have lived, I wouldn't have another way. And with a twinkle in my eye, I watch the girls as they go past. If you don't like the way I live, then you can kiss my Irish ass. No matter my future virtues, no matter my past sins, I need plenty of beer and women, no matter the order they're in. Because all day long, whiskey and shenanigans, every bastard that we meet turns out to be another friend. You can pour another round, we'll raise a pint again, cause we're the Black Irish Sons of Erin. We're the Black Irish Sons of Erin. No matter what you're in for, we're really all the same. I'm surrounded by my kinfolk who all share in the blame. Our feet have traveled many miles and stumbled in many bars. To quench my thirst, I'll have a whiskey sitting on the enemy arm. No matter my future virtues, no matter my past sins, I need plenty of beer and women, no matter the order they're in. Because all day long, whiskey and shenanigans, every bastard that we meet turns out to be another friend. You can pour another round, we'll raise a pint again, cause we're the Black Irish Sons of Erin. We're the Black Irish Sons of Erin. You criticize my drinking, it keeps the devil at bay. The life that I have lived, I wouldn't have another way. And with a twinkle in my eye, I watch the girls as they go past. If you don't like the way I live, then you can kiss my Irish ass. No matter my future virtues, no matter my past sins, I need plenty of beer and women, no matter the order they're in. Because all day long, whiskey and shenanigans, every bastard that we meet turns out to be another friend. You can pour another round, we'll raise a pint again, cause we're the Black Irish Sons of Erin. We're the Black Irish Sons of Erin. We're the Black Irish Sons of Erin. On your feet, you braggarts! We plundered all the gold. We raced across the sea. We found the hidden island down in the Caribbean. But in the tell no tales, no rumors will they spread. For we can keep a secret if two of us are dead. A galleon filled with Spanish gold, full of the treasures in her hold. Sunk it to the bottom and stripped down to the bones. And the crew, when they're sold to Davy Jones, bloody and cold, the faces like stones. And the crew, when they're sold to Davy Jones. We plundered all the gold, we raced across the sea. We found the hidden island down in the Caribbean. And then to tell no tales, no rumors will they spread. For we can keep a secret if two of us are dead. A vicious storm upon the waves, as half of the crew was washed away. The Spanish had a wrath, as the gods surely laughed at the foolish bravery of our escape. As the storm finally waned and a charming island raised, from the sea is only three of us remain. We buried our plunders in the sand, as return to the island we planned. To find a way home and a way back alone, with a ship that could carry all we had. As I rose to my feet, my days they did meet, my sword and my pistol in my hand. We plundered all the gold, we raced across the sea. We found the hidden island down in the Caribbean. Again they tell no tales, no rumors will they spread. For we can keep a secret if two of us are dead. We plundered all the gold, we raced across the sea. We found the hidden island down in the Caribbean. Again they tell no tales, no rumors will they spread. For we can keep a secret if two of us are dead. Whoa! Whoa! Ain't got no money, I spent all day on the dock. I had a ball, but I spent it all at the Silver Shamrock. 2, 3, 4. It's a place the Celtic folks go when they need to get away. I can sit there all day long and spend up all of my pay. No, you got your vices, and clearly I got mine. Don't have a fit, I don't give a shit. I'm gonna leave my woes behind. Over here I got a new tattoo. Got a clover and a dragon too. Place is always something like a zoo. You don't like our style, well, hey, fuck you! Put me up in the chair, man. I'll have another shot for me. What do you think? I need brand new ink like a sailor neath the sea. Oh, we don't mind. You got problems, let them go. There'll be plenty of whiskey after we're done. Just open the bottle and let it flow. I ain't got nothing to do. I got a place to go. up and bring back my luck when my spirits are feeling low. Ain't got no money, I spent all day on the dock. I had a ball, but I spent it all at the Silver Shamrock. Go! Over here I got a new tattoo. Hey! Got a cobra and a dragon too. Hey! Place is always something like a zoo. You don't like our style? Well, hey, fuck you! Ain't got nothing to do. I got a place to go. It'll pick me up and bring back my luck when my spirits are feeling low. Ain't got no money. I spent all day on the dock. I had a ball, but I spent it all at the Silver Shamrock. At the Silver Shamrock. At the Silver Shamrock. The banshee wail, the banshee wail. I feel it in my soul when I hear the banshee wail. That I know that I am home. I hear the banshee wail, and it fills me up inside. I can't deny, and I see it building up my Irish pride. Give to me a rebel yell. We'll rove away and straight to hell. It never fails to comfort me. So come and cast your Hibernian spell. The banshee wail, the banshee wail. I feel it in my soul when I hear the banshee wail, and I know that I am home. My spirit is running free to the sound of your sweet music. I find a state of peace of mind that otherwise is so elusive. Take me there to fields of green, a rising road, a gentle breeze, the shining sun kissing my face. This is the place that I want to be. The banshee wail, the banshee wail. I feel it in my soul when I hear the banshee wail. Then I know that I am home. The winds are blowing, and I'll be off to where I am not knowing. And the farther that we get from our father's lands, all our Celtic pride keeps growing. We are strong, for we are Gaels, forever on and without fail. We march to glory and tell our story to the sound of the banshee wail. The banshee wail, the banshee wail. I feel it in my soul when I hear the banshee wail. Then I know
do it? Oh, I should probably make that visible and transition. Transition. Are we live? We're live. Hey, what's going on, everybody? I should probably turn the gain up. I hope the mic's working. I guess yep, mic's peaking. Sup?
Yeah, it's just low.
Alright, well that worked. Happy Saturday, stranger. I'm looking at you. Also, nice shirt.
Thanks. I bought it.
Did you get a free one?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, that's freaking awesome. Apparently they're gonna keep doing that according to their Facebook, so every time they roll over tour shirts, that's just a thing they're gonna be doing, which I think is super cool. So if you get a chance to go see Death Angel, go buy a shirt, because you're guaranteed to get a free one from a previous store. This is gonna bother me.
Probably until they run out. But still.
Yeah, but they print so much.
Yeah.
So what's going on? How are we?
Pretty good. Pretty good. It was an easy week this week. I mean,
Regardless of what happens, even if we fall behind with being shorthanded, you are in the world of easy. That's why I don't understand why people complain.
yeah. I don't get it. Literally, like, I just went in. Sometimes I just walk around. I literally just walk around and then finish all the shit.
It's not hard. And the thing is as much as Kyle wants to call me a dickhead, as long as you're doing what you're supposed to do, I am the easiest person to get along with. Don't get me in trouble. And I'm not going to be up your ass. Don't fuck me, and I won't be up your ass. It's easy as that. You come in, do your job, I come in, do my job, we go home. You have a problem, you come to me, I fix problem, we go home.
Yeah.
It's fucking real easy.
Like, I get GO's kind of boring. You walk up and down 2 aisles all day, but fucking, it's way better than going to shovel some fucking dry ice.
Fucking shots fired already.
Yeah. We can't keep people for that anyways.
Because it's fucking awful. Nobody wants to do that shit.
They even got new things to shovel them. Do we want to bring it up? Bring it up. Like, UPS is about to be mega fucked because apparently.
Oh no, they are.
Yeah. Oh no. But Brown apparently walked away from negotiations on Friday.
Oh no, yeah, they did. I've seen TikTok videos this morning. Literally, fucking just everybody walking down streets for different various locations.
Damn. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's happening.
It was bad.
Protests are happening.
So you know
first.
that big, tall, skinny guy that walks around our building?
Yeah.
That most people don't know who the hell he is. He's industrial engineering. He is going to be a sort. They pulled one of our building managers. They're going, and they might pull the other two. Oh yeah, it's all hands on deck because they have to pull back any Rye or Brown workers that would have knowledge but are no longer union.
Damn. So they're gonna fucking go to those hot ass facilities.
Yep.
Oh shit! I've seen shit on TikTok. They're just pulling managers anyways, regardless.
Yeah, you don't have a choice. The managers aren't given a choice. Building managers,
Even if
upper
they
level
don't even
management,
fucking like know how to do the job or anything.
they are
regardless, it'd be
pulling
slow.
people up to like lawyers. UPS non-unionized lawyers are being pulled from their jobs to go run sort. I had already warned everybody because those guys trade and sell guitars. They have so many, they trade and sell guitars all the time.
Yeah.
It's real easy to roll up to a UPS store and ship. I'm like, hey, I wouldn't ship anything UPS starting this week. And they're like, why? I'm like, well, insider knowledge, it's happening, and your shit will probably get trashed and lost forever. So, don't do it. And then the one dude's like, fucking, how I found out about the YRC thing before Rick even told me. One dude's like, yeah, I work for YRC and we're walking out too because they took their health care and compensation benefits away. They have to pay them out of pocket. So the shipping world is McFuck to say the least. But other than that, no, I've been a goddamn good week. We had a pretty easy week. I mean, I left for 40 hours. I can use more hours than that, but it is what it is.
Shit, I was already almost at 40 on Wednesday when I took Thursday, Friday off.
Honestly, I can't complain. I have so much going on outside of work that anytime I get to devote to doing it, I'm like, I just need to do it. Like, I took 2 days off this week and was mad at myself about it because I came back and I was just a little sloppy. And I'm like, nope, never doing that again. And then Bree's like, well, you gotta breathe. I'm like, nope, no time to breathe. I was like, only focus. Conquer and devour. She's like, I don't understand how you work. I was like, I work best when I'm doing something. Like today, I didn't have anything to do. I was so goddamn bored sitting on the couch that finally, like, I broke the sacred rule. I started setting up my guitar shit. And she's looking at me. I'm like, I'm playing guitar. Like, I need to do something. Her and Luna were taking a nap on the couch. That's when I sat down with the headphones on and made that MIDI track. Which, I'll play the MIDI track at the end of it. I'll play the whole thing at the end of this. I'm going to use it for something. I don't know what. But it's recorded through my new setup. I got new gear, new fancy stuffs. I think Lucas is about to join the same boat in the near future because it is a solid setup.
Yeah.
Like, and fucking loud. We need to try it at some point. I want to take it outside and turn all the knobs up to 11 and see if you can hear it at your house.
Fucking funny.
That's a hell of a distance.
Dude, when I turned it up before, I had the back of the amp on 4 and I turned the knob up to 5 and you could feel the floor shake. I have 11 on the back on 2 knobs and 11 on the goddamn unit. I have no doubt he would be able to hear it, even through echo. Neighbors are gonna hate it. You know what I'm gonna play? I'm gonna play fucking Vatan through the black light.
You should be like every person who walks in a Guitar Center and play fucking like Thunderstruck.
No!
Dude,
Why?
it's like all the people
Why
that
would-
request
why
the
would
dude
you
to
do that?
Because the dude has to do it all the time.
Fucking
It's per request.
go through their band list of songs.
Personally, I am, besides getting picks because VCR doesn't have the picks that I use, I don't think I'll be at Guitar Center ever again. Like, I mean, you went into VCR.
Yeah.
This music talk will branch into the episode today. They're so nice. They're so goddamn nice. And they know how to fucking set up a guitar. Both of my Schecters from there are fucking amazing. And I set this one up based off of what they told me, and it also now plays amazing. So, it just took me long enough to grow the balls to do it. And once I did, I was like, oh, that wasn't too bad. But, yeah. The only thing that sucks... So we were talking, Kevin, I know you peek in every now and again. We were talking about Sneedfest and about bringing gear, and they're all guitar players. I have shit ton of drum gear I can bring. Most of my drum gear, like if I bring the other kid upstairs,
Yeah,
My
fucking
wa-
U-Haul van.
my one tom on that. So I bought that kit on sale, but the one tom on that kit is $700. The mounted fucking 8-inch tom. This guy.
Yeah.
$700. The floor tom is $1,000 and the kick is $2,000. I bought it on sale for a hell of a... He's the one who pointed it out. He's the main reason I fucking own it. He's like, dude, look at how much they discounted this. And I look, I'm like, there ain't no way they want that much. And it turns out that was it. That was what they wanted. Dale's had some type of exclusive deal going on for Tama because they became an authorized Tama dealer where they were selling things way below markup. Like, if I ever needed to bail out money, I could sell this entire kit and that one for like $6,000. Which is a lot of fucking money. When you think about how much money I spent in instruments in the last fucking year, just in drums at retail value, I'm at $6,000. In guitars, I'm at like another, that's 1,000. Those are like 800 to 1,000. The Floyd Rose is 1,000. That's like 200, and then that's like 700 ish. Yeah, so I fucking spent a lot of money in instruments. mainly devoted to one band and my own personal projects with Lucas. So yeah, they may have a lot of guitars, but I have a lot of money in instruments. And no, I'll take the. I may not be able to play guitar as good as them, but none of them can play drums. They all use like Easy Drummer and MIDI drums, and I'm like, you cheap ass mother. It makes it easier. Okay. Get a drummer. You want to pay me for a session? Give me $100. I'll come fucking chill. That's the thing. Since Lucas,
Lucas
I'm
looks
waiting
like he's
for
ready to
Remy
fall
to
asleep.
kick back. Go over there playing Switch. You can recline. It's okay. You can get comfortable. Also, there's water and tea in the fridge and milk. The tea is behind the.
Oh shit! I got chocolate milk.
I'm
I
playing
forgot about that.
Sonic Team Racing.
Sonic Team Racing, Jesus.
I haven't played it. I thought about it though.
I also have Mario Kart, but I was like, I haven't played Sonic Team Racing, so I'll play that one.
I'll never fucking touch Mario Kart. Free cheats. Every fucking Mario
Always win. Doesn't matter the circumstance.
Every fucking
Free will
Mario
always
game.
win.
Mario Party? No, never.
I've never played Mario
She's got to
Kart.
play my friend in Double Dash.
Oh.
Because my friend is fucking.
Dude, we have.
It's not even that like,
What do we
she's
have?
very
We
skilled
have-
at fucking video games. She's just really fucking lucky with her rolls.
Yeah. Oh god,
she
yeah.
is by far, like, she'll tell you she's not that skilled at fucking video games, but she's fucking lucky. So lucky.
Fucking
Yeah,
lucky
dude,
ball
playing
and-
Mario
She'll
Party
fucking
with
roll
her is
double
the most
sixes.
irritating thing ever. But here's the thing. Here's how bad she is at video games. We played Unraveled together, right? Unraveled 2.
Yeah.
It is an amazing game. It is an amazing cooperative story. The guy who designed that game is a fucking genius. From the first, like, Unraveled had me when he was the developer was a shaken mess when Activision dropped the game and he had to present many, many years ago, and he was up on stage with the Arnie and he had to shake. So I was like, man, they really put this dude in the spot. But like when his idea of using, which goes into, which you guys can't see, I have a core line, using that like yarn style with claymation in like the way he goes out and films it in the real world and then animates the backgrounds on top of it just amazed me. I was like, why the fuck aren't more people? And he's the only one that's done it. I don't know any other game that has used an animated style where they use claymation moving and real world backgrounds that they just draw over. And it fucking amazed me, but I never played the first one. And Bree was pregnant, and we bought the second one. And that's when we started playing it. And man, when there's things where you need to co-op do them, there's nothing more irritating than doing it 700 times.
I'm surprised you still have a TV.
Let me help you. No, I'm trying to help you. No, you're being an asshole. No, I'm just trying to help. Like, I'm not being an asshole. I just want to help you. She's like, sorry, I'm not good at getting video games. I'm like, I just want to help. She, like, the biggest thing she struggles with is jump timing.
Oh.
Which, in Unraveled, is stupidly fucking important.
When you're playing a platform game.
Here's the thing, we started playing It Takes Two, but for some reason the PC version is broken, and we get to one part, and it breaks. But she was doing good at that one. But Unraveled, oh god. Oh man, it took us like a month to get through it, because I had to stop. I was like, I can't do it anymore. I cannot play this level ever again. But here's the thing, I fucking love the end of this story. We get to the end of the game, and I fucking jumped on her back, and she carried me through the last 2 levels. She's like, I can do this. I'm like, okay, let me on your back. And she ran through the last 2 levels to mind you, she was sweating. Like, she's doing this in between, like, pauses. But I was proud. I was like, oh, she did it. She finally did it. And like 30 minutes of me sitting there with a beer and a fucking joint being like, she gonna do it? Oh, yep, she did it. Goddamn. But yeah, no, she's the luckiest fuck. I don't know if she did it by luck.
Except for the Mario Party games that require you to hit the buttons repeatedly.
Oh yeah, she's really good at those.
I've had very good practice of those.
You ever want to see her rage? Play Mortal Kombat with her.
No. No.
She got fucking so. You both know this, and I'll fill in our special guest, which our special guest, who's kind of part, not part, is Remy. So, I used to be borderline a professional Mortal Kombat player. I was really good. I had a record all the way up until Kyle beat me of 180 and 0. I played Sonic Fox. I played all the professional fighters online. I was dominating. It was real awkward to go against Bree, and I'm like, anytime I play that game, it doesn't matter who I'm playing, I'm like, I need to fucking destroy you. So, like, the first couple times I played with her, I fucking juggled her in the corner and fucking, like, tossed her around. And she's like, fucking goddamn, slams the controller down. I'm like, relax. And my brain's like, dude, you need to let her win. So I started picking, like, my worst characters, trying to do the worst. And every time I get close to winning, I would just, like, fumble combos and just, like, do button spam. Because she just sits there. And the best description, all you hear in her controller, there's no rhythm, there's no movement, it's just constant mashing of buttons. I'm like, God, it's gonna take so long for me to die. How do I fake this when she's got a quarter of life left? So what I used to do is I would go up around, and then I would just fucking fumble around and try, like, I would intentionally try juggles that I knew wouldn't work. So it would look like I was trying, but I knew she would breaker them. You know, when the big breaker thing falls up on the screen?
Yeah.
So that's how she would do it. She would always fucking win the matches with a breaker. But the most rage you can give her, when I fucking brutality'd and fatality'd her back-to-back matches. Unintentionally, I was playing main characters and, like, I went around, she went around. I got really good at playing this game, and we were both down the last sliver. And I didn't think that when I was going into it, I used the combo that with an uppercut, you do the brutality. Sure enough, she comes down, I uppercut. She's like, you're a fucking piece of shit. Fucking, I'm not playing video games anymore. So I was just like, what just happened? I'm like, I just brutality Bree in Mortal Kombat. No big deal. Like, I'm playing COD with Josh, and she's still yelling at me in the back. I'm like, oh my God. She has a level of rage. She's like down here in the level of adorable, but up here in the level of rage when it comes to video games. She is the first person to call a fucking, like, a cheap ass motherfucker, like, a fucking piece of shit in a video game. Like a dude fuck. Oh my God, yeah, she called Kyle a piece of shit because all he did was uppercut her in the corner. The first time I played
Jack's no other.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, he got done juggling her because we were doing round robins. We were playing with Jared and them too.
Yep.
And fucking, I came up and I'm like, you want to juggle people? I'm playing Devora. It's like, you can't do much with that. I had a 46% combo with her.
Damn.
A singular combo, 46%. He just fucking looked. He's just like, I didn't know you could do that. Yeah, this is what happens when you can spend time into a fucking practice. Not sit there and play Sub-Zero.
You bring this up, and it fucking it makes me giggle. You remember when I made Kyle stop playing Mortal Kombat and why he switched to that other fucking anime fighting
Injustice.
game? No, it was fucking Mortal Kombat. It was because, remember, I was like, I'll take Sub-Zero. I'm like, but he didn't know I was maining Sub-Zero at the time, and he was hardcore maining Scorpion. Like, hardcore to the point where he was paying a dude to tutor him in combos. And, like, I had 100% max combo with Sub-Zero. It's a constant juggle once you start it. And, like, we started the round, and Kyle fucking stomped me. Like, I don't know what I was doing. I don't know if I was fucking sleeping or what. But I came out fucking second round, and it was like a back and forth. And it was one of those rounds where, like, when you're playing, you go from this position, and you're like this by the time you're done.
Yeah.
And then we get to the third round. And fucking, we were, because anytime we had to do this shit, we were always in separate chats so people don't argue. And I'm in a chat with Josh. He's like, are you going to do it? I'm like, I'm going to do it. And I fucking juggled him the entire round. We get back in the chat. He's like, fuck you, you're a piece of shit. And got offline. I'm like, Oh boy.
Time to go play Call of Duty.
And that's why Kyle doesn't play fighting games with Kevin anymore. He ended my streak and I finally got retribution. But yeah, no, we need to play horror games together. We can get Brie to rage. I don't think, have you heard her rage? She hasn't raged in Ghost Hunt. You get on, she's very repressed.
She's semi-rage, but it's usually at people who are fucking, you know,
They don't have
talking
a way
shit in
for
voice
like
chat.
custom lobbies yet either, though.
Here's the thing. She can't talk shit in real life, but she gets in voice chat and she's like fucking cracking shit on people. I'm like, but you say something to her in real life, she's like, you're a dick. I'm like, wow, you'll clap back in a video game, but you won't clap back in real life.
Yeah.
Alright, so, Josh, you chose a topic last week, because I can't stall it. I mean, I could stall longer for Brie, it doesn't matter. But you,
There was a lot of topics. I was throwing ideas out, okay?
bro, you threw one topic out. I didn't have shit.
Threw two. I threw two.
You threw two. And we landed on one that I really liked, that we all really liked, that I thought was a really good topic. And it was the ways we listen to music.
Walkman, baby.
So we all listen to music in numerous ways, regardless of how we think about it or not. I mean, especially being music motivated, like, I listen to music just by playing it. What the what did I miss?
I was thinking about a way to listen to music.
Oh yeah, you weren't in here for that.
Have you ever seen the Bluetooth sneakers?
Oh god.
They're fucking awful.
Is that really a thing?
They're
Fucking show me Bluetooth sneakers now.
They got Bluetooth glasses, so I'm not even gonna
Fucking
deny this.
garbage.
Yeah, but alright.
No.
What?
What can you really do with Bluetooth glasses aside from listen to your fucking music? Because that's what you use them for. There's nothing.
But they
enhancement
work
about
off
them.
that fucking. I've never used them. Lucas says they suck. They're like they fucking play like through your structural bone.
Yeah.
That's a way to listen to music.
Fucking Tooth Tunes. You've never heard of the Tooth Tunes?
No.
Yes, they're the fucking toothbrush.
It's a toothbrush that plays music for two
Alright, let's
minutes
get all the
to brush
meme
your
shit out of the way now because I'm out of the fucking loop.
Can you imagine if the toothbrush stays on beat? Like, yeah, I'm gonna listen to some fucking heavy ass metal today.
Is there a masturbator for listening to music too?
I'm sure there is. I'm sure there is.
What the oh my god.
Yeah.
Are they plastic?
Yeah.
Oh god, that's awful.
I'd say they would have to be. What if it's fucking raining outside?
Yeah, but the shoe itself looks like it's so bad.
You know there's gonna be an idiot like fucking
They tried
Kanye
to
that's
make
gonna-
them look like Jordans.
They sound horrible.
They gotta be patented by Kanye.
What do you call them? Bleakers? Are they bleakers?
I don't know what they're fucking called. These shit exists. Who thought that was a fucking good idea?
Could you imagine like a fucking Bluetooth pocket pussy that just picks up the tempo of the music you're listening to at the rate you go? That's gotta be a thing too.
Jesus.
What, you got one? He looks like he's got one.
No, I was just thinking about what songs you could play it through and then what it would sound like and or feel like at the same time.
Could you imagine, like,
I'm just thinking of like a fucking a 400 beat per minute song just sitting there just
Some fucking aborted shit at 300 beats per minute.
man, I gotta go to work in 5 minutes real quick.
You insert how much time you have on the pocket pussy, and depending on that time, depends on the song it picks. You got a lot of time. It picks like easy jazz. You're short on time. It fucking scours the internet for fucking Archspire.
No, please don't do the fucking vocals for that. You can leave it at just the instrumental shit, but just not the vocals for that guy. Fucking insane.
Jesus Christ, that would be awful. Alright, do we have any other meme ways to listen to music before we get into this?
I listen to an artist who does 1,500 BPM plus.
Jesus Christ.
Can you imagine like
fucking
EDM?
tear it off at that point.
Could you even stroke that fast? Holy fuck.
No.
You wouldn't even need to. You just stick it there and leave it.
Just look at your shit.
At that point, it becomes a vibrator. Vibrators based off beat per minute.
Ain't
It
nobody
connects to your
surviving
phone. You put a song on Spotify, and it just starts going.
Nobody
I'm pretty
surviving
sure those
that.
actually exist. Oh yeah, I forgot. Fucking.
Well, they got those ones that are like controlled by the phone apps or whatever.
I gotta fucking get this.
What?
No, not that. Fucking.
Damn, something you want to tell us?
I'm trying to get Sega Bass Fishing. It's free right now.
You want a fishing game?
It's Sega Bass Fishing.
I'm sure that's
Is it the
gonna sound
arcade
good on the
Yeah.
vibrator.
Oh, okay. I guess the arcade one is acceptable.
I'm scared. This counts as talking music. Cole messaged me, he's like, I won't get you tuned up next week because I know you got a podcast, but we're going to have a good time. Apparently Cole scheduled it. Cole told me to put it on my calendar, Lucas. He's like, we have a date at 1 o'clock on Saturday. And I fucking was like, what? He's like, yeah, I'm going to take you. We're going to go to a record store. I'm like, okay. And now he's like, I won't get you tuned up because I know you got a podcast, but we'll have a good time. And I'm concerned because I know what tuned up means for Cole. We've seen the receiving end of that. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm gonna go to the guy. I'm gonna get in a car and he's gonna give me a fucking tab of acid. I'll be sitting here on next week's episode like this. Fucking heavy breathing. Just...
dripping sweat.
Yes!
Don't move, please.
No, by the time you
Please
get out of
don't
that
move.
fucking record store off of one tablet, you're gonna be sitting there looking at a Jimi Hendrix fucking vinyl cover.
Bro, this would be, honest to God, this would be the worst fucking house to do acid in. It would be so bad.
I'll just do it on the upstairs.
With
bathroom.
all the fucking, like, I have a fucking head bust, the masks, the fucking dolls and action figures.
Dude, you're
Oh my-
you're nightmare fuel.
Be sitting here like this.
You just fucking watch the mask melt and reform constantly, like just growing bigger, and you're like,
Yeah, I think it'd be way worse on fucking LSD. That fucking little head might just run at you.
I've heard some bad trip stories.
I've had one, and I can share it because it has to do with listening to music. Let me,
I was one of my old roommates back home. I had a fucking literally just got like several
do you need
fucking
something to
tabs
drink?
of acid. We're sitting there fucking just vibing and shit,
Okay.
smoking and shit. He's like, I'm gonna go take like 6 tabs of acid. I'm like, what?
I hid this one from Mason.
Literally within the fucking hour, like just chill. He's like, I'm not feeling anything. Just popping one after another. I'm like, is the music like doing anything for you right now? And like, we're just. He's like, nah, we'll get laid though off of 6 tabs of acid.
So-
Like, what the fuck? I'm just gonna chill out here with myself then.
I've only done acid one time, and I had done it after I had played a set. And one of the best ways to listen to music is live. No matter like what band it is, if you get a chance to see them live, no matter the artist, it's generally seeing them live is an experience in music that is one to never be forgotten. I mean, Lucas, we've taken you to so many shows, and like they've all been wild. I-
Tomorrow.
He can't go.
Taking my mom to dinner.
Take your
You know,
mom
Love
to
Dress has food.
Yeah, take your mom to dinner at Love Drafts and we'll see Bro Job. You just need to...
Yeah, I'm gonna take my mom to go see Bro Job.
Look, they might open up with Teeny Weeny. I don't know.
Dude, I was young and dumb. and the dude's like, yeah, you're gonna want to rip that in half. And I'm like, ah, no, I'll be fine. And, like, it was fucking... I took it before my set. I played and got off. And then, like, sat side stage and was, like, listening to the music, but I was so fucked up because I didn't listen that the drummer for me kept falling through the floor constantly. And then there was, like, a moment where I was so fucked up that everything was upside down. And I was panicking. Like, fucking... And this band is, like, a whole-ass, like, Mizmor drone doom band. So at this point, like, the existential dread kicked in. And I was like... And, like, everything, like, towards the end of this horrible trip and why I would never do acid or anything like it again, the whole room started to melt on me, and I was just like, oh, and as the room started to melt, the fucking, like, as it started to melt, like, knives came flying at me from some, like, I was envisioning knives coming at me from side stage, and I'm like, and the dude who gave it to me is like, fucking, I remember when I came out of it, I woke up, like, in their fucking van, he's like, are you okay? I'm like, what the fuck happened? He's like, you were sitting side stage sweating and heavily breathing, and he's like, I watched you stop breathing for like 3 minutes. He's like, that's when you passed out. And I'm like, he's like, are you not gonna say anything? I'm like, he's like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah. I was like, is there any more knives? He's like, the fuck are you talking about? So, rule of thumb, go listen to music live. Don't do a shit ton of acid before you do it. Before you open, when you open a show for a drone doom band. Like, you want to go get stoned, smoke a little weed before a doom band? Yeah, that's what doom's all about. Don't do acid.
Fucking nightmare trip immediately.
I don't even know. It felt like it was almost instant. Like, when it kicked in, it was like the end of my set. And thank God I shared drums. I don't think I could have got my shit off stage. Like, I stood up and was like... I fucking, like... It was horrible. But yeah, live. Live music, I think is the best way. I think that's when you hear the band, any artist, at their most organic state. There's no overdub production. You're getting what you get live. So, like, here's a band. I fucking love A Day to Remember. Recorded. I've got to see A Day to Remember once live. He cannot fucking sing.
No, don't tell me that. I love A Day to Remember.
He cannot sing.
No.
He cannot, for the life of him, sing live.
Damn.
That makes me really sad.
I fucking love A Day to Remember. I love their last album. They're amazing. He cannot sing live. He cannot. It was the worst experience. I was so excited. And this was back Common Courtesy. I seen them then. That was like
Dang.
what I would like to say the pinnacle of their career at that point.
I
That's
love
when they
that
kind of
album.
branched off the hardcore, like, super metal stuff and kind of became what I would like to say, like, melancholy punk metal. Like, very vibey. I still love them to this day, but I will never go see them live again. Chances are, some of your bands that you listen to live are going to fucking suck.
Yeah.
And that was heartbreaking for me because, like, when you listen to him recorded, you're like, man, he's so good. Yeah, anyone's good when you fucking throw an assload of auto-tune and reverb on them. You don't got that live. The band themselves, musically, super tight, super good. Their fucking rhythm player is probably one of the best rhythm players on the planet. He does not miss a beat. He is, like, when it comes to rhythm players, he's almost unhumanly tight. He keeps most of the timing for the band. I found that out around Common Courtesy time too, because I've always been into music, and I was kind of always curious because I've noticed if you listen to A Day to Remember, their guitar is tighter than their drums.
Yeah.
And it's because he is the main writer of everything musically. The other dude does all the vocals, but he mainly does everything. So when they play live, their timing is based off the rhythm guitar, not the drummer. Which is a weird experience, but fucking shit, vocals live are bad. And not that, like, if you go to see them, and I would say go to see them, because if you love them, they're great live, but just be ready for some, like, those high notes he hits, he does not do that live. He gets, like, puberty era voice cracks when he does them. It's so bad. But he can still scream. He's really good at screaming. That's what he started doing. But, like, the clean, like, punky rocks, it's rough. It's very rough.
Yeah.
But, which you should get fucking tickets for. Volbeat. For the love of... First off, Volbeat is playing with Hailstorm, which is a fucking local area native. And the goddamn I'll fucking take you with. You're just gonna have to hang out at the gate. Take Remy with. You have to hang out because I have catered VIP. For the love of God, go to this fucking Volbeat show that's coming up in August. I promise you are going to see a show for a lifetime. Michael Poulsen in a live setting is fucking amazing. The vocals he does on album are almost identical to what they do live. And when I say almost, it's because I think they're fucking better live. Absolutely see Volbeat, and absolutely see Hailstorm. I've only got to see Hailstorm once, and it was part of a show because I opened for them when I was a wee little lad, and guess what happens when you're fucking underage and you open at a show that's 21 plus?
Get the fuck out.
Yep, fuck off. Outside you go, kid. You watch from the outside door. But Lizzie's voice is fucking amazing live, too. And another band, Josh Bull, a fucking group of bands that I would say, and I need to take Lucas to, and hopefully you can join us. Obituary, fucking fantastic live. Cattle Decapitation, fucking fantastic live. Carcass was killer live. Fucking, and to top it off, I'm not going to this current Amon Amarth show that's coming up because Ghost is the closer, and I'm not a huge Ghost fan. But for the love of God, Amon Amarth. Johan's voice live is almost terrifying. The vocal, he holds back on the album. Because live, his vocals are like super deep and growly. But also when he hits the highs, you fucking feel it through the PAs. You're like, holy fuck. And I think another band, talking live music, Frozen Soul.
Fucking absolutely.
God, they fucking killed it.
They tore up that fucking show.
And Gorguts. Holy shit. Like, the three closing bands for that show, Frozen Soul, Gorguts, and Black Dahlia, live, I feel like, doesn't even hold a candlestick to what they record.
No.
Like, the Gorguts, this singer from Gorguts is in his fucking 70s. Ripping nasty guttural vocals live and not missing a beat. I know you didn't listen to Gorguts before we went to that fucking show.
No.
And when they came on, like, by the second song, you were in, like, full fucking headbang swing. You were like, yeah, this is fucking awesome. And I was like, yeah.
Fucking old ass fucking dude, nice as hell, ripping gutturals like that. You gotta have respect.
Dude, and nice is an understatement. Every song he's like, I'm so thankful. Like, after every song.
Yeah.
And I thought I would get tired of it, but it made me fucking feel good. And it sucks that the closest they're coming is Pittsburgh on this tour with fucking Cannibal Corpse, or I would go see them again.
Yeah.
because they are fucking awesome. Another band, before we switch off of live music, that you must see live, even if you're not into blasphemy and Satanism, fucking Midnight. Holy shit. If you're into classic, like, thrash punk, and you're into some, like, anarchy, headbang, fast music, God, they were so good. Afnir is fucking nuts. Absolutely nuts. And as long as you're prepared to see a stripper on stage, we were at Lovejoy. She didn't get naked. She was pretty much already naked. She had like a bikini and on that was all G-string and pearl. But she only came out for one song, and it's a song specifically about that. So if you don't know what Midnight's about, Midnight is basically satanic thrash punk, but in a way that is like super blasphemous. They kept true to what punk was about rivaling against the system, and basically brought the Satanism side in it. And the energy they bring to their music is almost fucking unrivaled. I fucking hate Travis Barker, but it was like having a stage full of Travis Barker. Like, that type of, like, sweating energy the entire time. I'm not a fan of Travis. I don't think he's that good of a fucking drummer for what people say, but I will say his energy live is insane. Mm-hmm. He plays his ass off live. And I bring up Travis because I know you're into punk, and I'm assuming you're probably somewhat into punk. Everyone knows who Travis is, though. Travis has been around forever. And he, when it comes to a live show, he's nuts. Or, like, Austin. Austin behind the drums from fucking Blind Accuracy is nuts. You watch him, he fucking plays every show like it's gonna be his last.
Dude, it's like he's possessed.
Yeah, that's the entire Midnight crew. All three of those dudes play every show like they're going to die tomorrow. And that's what made it such a good experience. It's loud, but it's also satanic thrash punk, and it's thrash. You went to a thrash show. Fucking Sepultura was loud. Death Angel was fucking loud. Spirit World was loud. That whole show was loud when we went to see Creator.
Loud from the start. It didn't get quiet.
No, it didn't, and that's part of it. But I still think, and you guys can fight me on this after this, I still think live is the best way to see a band. I do not regret any live experience I had. Sepultura, Creator, fucking Spirit World, what you got?
Most bands.
Most bands.
Yeah.
I mean, we are pretty picky and choosy who we want to see live, especially with the bill.
Yeah, you're right.
It is a picky, choosy thing.
But the funny thing is I've been kind of like, me and you were going to Black Dahlia whether everyone went or not.
Yeah.
That was...
I mean, I gave nobody a fucking choice.
No.
You're like, you want to go? Sure. But ticket bot.
But me...
Literally.
But
You
me,
wanna go? Maybe
me and
I'm
you
buying
had
your ticket.
decided before that drunken fit that we were going to see Black Dahlia no matter what the consequences were. We were going to see the Black Dahlia murder. But for me, all of the shows I pretty much drug you guys to have been bucket list shows for me. Like, I drug you to see fucking Amon Amarth, Carcass, Obituary, Cattle Decapitation. Still the best show I've ever seen live. I don't think any show we've seen, including the Creator show, beats that show. But I think the second best show I've ever seen live, even though I got fucking jumped, fucking Deathwish and Hatebreed. Hatebreed brings an energy to a crowd that is fucking insane. I don't remember a moment where the entire crowd at Hatebreed was not screaming the lyrics along with every fucking song.
Yeah. It's fucking...
Fucking Gate Creeper was
Dude,
nuts.
alright, yeah, Gate Creeper. Yeah. Gate Creeper, I feel like, was the star band of... I'm a fucking Hatebreed diehard. Like, I love Hatebreed.
The dude was just fucking nuts.
When the fucking sound guy comes out and slams on the drum and continues to point up...
Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking, you know your ears are gone through the protection.
Gate Creeper was so powerful.
Was rattling.
It's the only band I've seen at HMAC that shook the fucking floor. It was a different experience. That Gate Creeper was an experience in what is fucking heavy metal. That was heavy. Really fucking heavy. Like, Hatebreed fucking stomped it, but Gatecreeper was like, we are the heaviest band on this bill, and we don't give a fuck. And it stood through their entire set. Like, they could have closed that show, and I would not have been upset.
Yeah.
The thing that gets Hatebreed going is Josta. Their lead singer knows how to fucking work a crowd, and work it good. And the fact that he jumps around on stage like a fucking psychopath really feeds the energy of the crowd. You have to know how to work a crowd when you're in a band, and he does. But that's what fucking 3 decades of music will do playing it live.
Yeah.
I would say that's like Lamb of God. All he fucking does is jump around on fucking stage.
That's a band we need to see live that we're not going to see live because I refuse to see Pantera.
That's not Pantera. I'll fight you on that.
No, I'm not fucking disagreeing with you. It's not Pantera. I fucking... Okay, so I get Pantera's ideologies and a lot of their imagery doesn't agree with what people think of today. And I understand that wholeheartedly, and I'm still proud of my Cowboys from Hell patch, because when it comes down to it, Pantera is an icon in metal. Vinny Van Dime really drove it, and the only reason they have a racial appearance is because of Phil, their lead singer. When it comes down to it, yeah, they may not have the singy, growly vocals, but for the era, Pantera is one of the heaviest bands of all time. The fucking breakdown from fucking Domination is ballistic. And it's literally just open chugging. But what's going on now is, if Lamb of God was closing this show, I would go and suffer through the Pantera side of it. That's the reason why I'm not going to see Metallica at MetLife Stadium. I have yet to see Metallica. As much as I knock Metallica currently, I know they don't play a lot of their current shit. The only reason why I'm not going to see Metallica at MetLife Stadium is because on one day, they're playing with fucking Wolfgang Van Halen, and I'm not a big fan of the psychedelic rock. It's not my thing. I appreciate Wolfgang, and I appreciate his father. Eddie Van Halen is a legend. I will never be able to play guitar as good as Eddie Van Halen, and I won't knock Van Halen for that. If it wasn't for Van Halen, tech death wouldn't be a thing. Eddie's creativity on guitar is everything. But I don't think that fucking Wolfgang Van Halen belongs playing with Metallica.
Nah.
And then the other day, it's fucking Pantera. Not gonna do it. Not gonna happen. And, like, okay, so it has Ice Nine Kills. Sweet. I can go see Ice Nine Kills with fucking, oh god, what is the band? You might know. Female-fronted band. She's normally always in white.
You literally looked this up the other day.
I know. I can't ever remember her name.
One, I love Ice Nine Kills. They have an amazing stage presence. Amazing. You would love them because they have the horror aspect.
I do love them because of I fell in
They
love.
are
So
amazing.
here's
I
the
love
funny
them.
thing. My favorite song from them is still fucking Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde is fucking nuts.
But they're starting at
Man,
the
the ass
silver.
on Beat Saber.
Yep. Here's the thing. Starting at the Silver Scream, when they really embraced the horror side of things, as soon as that album came out, me and Josh were like, they found what they're good at. And Spencer is a huge horror fan. He goes to... So all of these things are signed from horror cons. He started running his own. He's a horror fan through and through, and I fucking love that about him. And there's not a song he writes about a horror movie that I think does any injustice to him.
No, they're all fantastic.
And I want to go. So I fucking God, I can't think of what the fuck the band is.
I don't remember.
In this moment?
Batman.
Yeah.
So it's them, and in this moment, it's a co-headlining tour. Ice Nine Kills is the closer. I can go see Ice Nine Kills there, and I don't have to see this Pantera bullshit because it hurts my heart that they go around saying that this is Pantera, and it's not. It's fucking one dude from Pantera and 3 other dudes who had nothing to do with it. Mind you, I fucking hate Zakk Wylde. Fight me. I don't give a fuck what he did for Ozzy. What he helped Ozzy do, Ozzy's great. I love Ozzy. Ozzy's the reason why I fucking love doom metal and bands like Candlemass. Zakk Wylde's a fucking douchebag.
He's on the same list as Travis Barker.
I agree. So, you want to know why I don't like Travis Barker? One time I got to meet Travis Barker. I was competing at the World's Fastest Feet competition, and he was the special guest thing, and he was a real fucking snob. Like, super snob. He's like, yeah, you might be fast, but you'll never be as good as me one day. You'll never be this, you'll never be that. Never be this, you never be that. Bro, sit down with me and fucking play Cattle Decapitation's Regret Through the Grave. I guarantee you are gonna fuck up every step of the way. Like, yeah, you're good. You played marching band. That's great. You're really good in Blink-182. I'm so glad you can chop hi-hats and fucking beat a snare like it owes you money. But you are not the greatest drummer of all time. And that is the attitude he had. He has an attitude like he's better than Neil Peart, and he's not. He has an attitude like he's better than Mike Portney from fucking Dream Theater, and he's not. There are some really good fucking... John Bonham is one of the greatest drummers of all time.
Dave Grohl.
Dave Grohl. Fucking fantastic drummer. He has an ego like he is better than them, and that's why I stopped liking Blink-182. I was like, I cannot support you with a guy who thinks he's better than everyone else.
And you think he'd be able to keep up with Chris.
But that's why I don't like Zakk Wylde. He always has this fucking, like, oh, I'm better, blah, 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 blah. No, fucking... Not that I'm a fan of Guns N' Roses, but Slash would fucking play you under the table. Slash is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Dime was fucking amazing. You know who's amazing? I showed you a clip, the guitarist from fucking Animals as Leader. Them dudes are fucking nuts. They use a pick and their fucking fingers and play all of their strings at one time. Like...
If he really thinks he's that good, he should go with Ollie.
And personally, like, I don't even think he's as good as the fucking singer from Creator. Sammy's fucking good. I've never seen a lead singer of a band also be the lead guitar player.
Yeah.
And he did it well. While singing, while playing... Fucking Lucas, he stood in front of us playing a solo on his guitar, holding his guitar out like this in front of us the whole time. Like, fucking amazing.
That was the second band that we see live for lead guitar. Cause
But that's why I don't like Blink-182 anymore, and why I don't like Travis Barker.
Obituary, he played lead too.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
sung.
Yep.
Ain't no way the fucking guy's gonna do anything like that.
Zakk is good. I won't knock that he's good. But he's not that good.
There's just... You gotta know your borderline when, especially a lot of like younger people coming up, like Chris Turner. Like that guy's just fucking insane on the drums. So you gotta just know your place and where you're actually gonna stand. Because there's guys like him who are so fucking technical, it's ridiculous. If you've never seen like Ocean's 8 Alaska, just watch his drum playthroughs. Fucking crazy.
Yeah, I've heard their music, but I've never like watched them play
Yeah.
like live or anything like that.
They haven't been around in America yet.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, it's what happens when you're from fucking UK.
I never realized that.
And ironically enough, every single member of that band doesn't all just listen to fucking metal.
We're gonna
Like
talk...
Chris listens to fucking jazz. That's where his drumming influence comes from.
Luke Holland. Honestly, one of the best drummers I've ever fucking seen live. The dude from fucking August Burns Red. Holy fuck, he's a
Except for
machine.
that second kick.
Yeah, don't...
Except for that second
It
kick.
makes me super salty. Like, why have it there if you're not using it? Just fucking get rid of it. It looks dumb.
Yeah. I want my set to be bigger.
But he's really good. August Burns Red is another example of a band that is fucking fantastic live. Hell,
Fucking
Lucas, we got
random
to
set
we got to
for
listen
two.
to them raw. We were behind the PAs, and
Yeah.
they were like fucking tight and punchy, and like, oh man. By the way, Christmas Burns Red, we're going again. December 8th and 9th this year.
Yeah,
We'll figure out what day we're going. We're gonna go. call off work.
Mhm.
It's fucking worth it.
Yep.
Last year's Christmas Burn Red was fucking amazing.
No, because I've
Amazing.
seen August Burns Red at Warped Tour in one of the many years I've gone, and they were awesome.
I was always a huge fan, and then we seen them live at HMAC,
Yep, seen them live there because they were.
and then I
playing-
fucking fell in love, and then I was like, we should do their Christmas Burn Red show, and it was worth it because they played with fucking Brand of Sacrifice and Shadow of Intent. I was like, fuck
I was
yeah.
so upset because I love Brand of Sacrifice, and I was like,
Oh.
Lucas, if you don't record my favorite song, I'm gonna be pissed.
I think we
Out.
crowd surfed you during Brand of Sacrifice. We did.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
crowd surfed you during Brand of Sacrifice.
But yeah, no, I love both of those bands, so I was a little
They're
upset.
so good live.
I got them the tour shirt though.
Yeah, I was excited that I have this.
Yeah, Brand of Sacrifice and Shadow Intent's fucking.
Yeah,
amazing
Brand of
live.
Sacrifice live. They come back through. We'll go. 100%. We'll all be there. They were
Shadow
so good.
Intent was fucking amazing live too.
The only band I didn't like in that whole group was Era. And Nate and Invent Animate, they were very like they were not ready
Current-
to play in front of the crowd. They were
Currents was the first band. They were pretty good, and they're coming back through with oh fuck, whatever that bill is that you sent me.
oh, the one with Pale Dusk on it
Yeah.
and fucking
See, Currents wasn't bad.
Polaris.
fucking live.
No,
I have not seen anything from Polaris. I haven't actually listened to them. But even just going for Pale Dusk and Currents. it would be
melodic metalcore. So getting into
it
another way
fucking fits then.
getting into another way to listen to music, streaming, which is how I found out about Pale Dusk, which is a Japanese. I don't even know how to describe them. They're
Japanese techno metalcore.
techno jazzcore. Is Pale Dusk.
That sounds up my alley.
Well, they're
If that's up your alley, have you listened to a band called Hanabi?
Yes.
Bree's obsessed.
they're like the guy version of them,
Mm-hmm.
except they're little. so
They're a lot more
Hanabi
experimental, which is also up Lucas's alley.
straightforward, but-
Yeah.
But Pale Dusk is it'll be jazzy one point, EDM the next. You'll have some hip hop in there, and then all of a sudden the guy's just hitting a fucking guttural.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden he's like, and fucking screaming in Japanese, and I'm like, what the fuck is the first song me and Josh heard by? The first song me and Josh heard by them, it opens up with smooth jazz, and we're like, what? Aria,
Aria.
get down,
Aria.
Aria, Aria,
I think they're jealous.
Aria.
I think they're jealous.
Look, you're on camera being a butt nuggy. Is that your
You've been
Lucas?
caught.
What do you? You just want to be pet. But streaming,
Why are
I'm-
you here?
I want to hear your opinions on it, because where I'm transitioning to and everything that's going on, and with what me and Lucas are doing, it's gonna be on streaming services before anything. And I love streaming services because they allow you to be introduced to new bands, but I also think streaming services kill bands in a way. Because you don't have to purchase anything once you find them if you just choose to be on that streaming service, and most streaming service you don't need to pay for either. They're great, and I love them because I can listen to so much.
But have you had enough with the ads? That's why premium is fucking amazing.
I have premium now.
Yeah.
What
It's
are you
fucking
doing?
amazing.
But where? So, what I found out from Holdfast, the rate for Spotify is about 3 cents per song.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
It's
That doesn't
Well,
help.
yeah, if you're not getting
Yeah, it's abysmal.
hundreds of thousands of fucking.
And that's one of
listens.
the reasons why, even though we've become friends with them, I was super excited to buy the new shirt. I'm
What
like,
are you doing?
I have. She wants to
Hello.
She wants to cuddle with Remy.
she wants the pillow behind Remy, I think.
She wants-
She wants to move it. What the?
Aria. No, she wants that up so she can lay between you two.
Oh.
You just have to unplug it,
That's fine. Sure.
push that down. It's a hard click. Yep.
Alright.
And flip that up. Then you flip that down. There, Aria.
There you go.
Here, off the top. Maybe.
Yes.
Back in your hole. But how do you guys feel about it? Do you think streaming services are hurtful to bands?
Yes and no. I'll let you know when I get back.
Okay.
I think they're mostly beneficial for discovery purposes,
Yeah.
not necessarily monetization. But
I agree because so I'm a yes and no because there's a lot of bands I would have never found if it wasn't without streaming services. But I also feel like there are people who absolutely take advantage of it, almost like stealing music, and they're like, yeah, I don't.
oh yeah, because there's like copyright stuff.
Yeah.
Like you can steal their music and like.
Yeah, if they're not
stuff like
verified
that.
artists, it's fucking ass cheeks.
You can re-upload their music and steal their money, basically.
And then you got the whole monetization shit. My fucking crackers, fucker, I'll fight your ass. Monetization.
So
is
we
just fucking
flipped that
crazy.
up and
Cracker for another.
I don't know. I just feel like they're good. They're good to an extent, but they're also bad to an extent.
They're good for discovery, not for longevity.
Yeah.
Unless you make it big. Because you make it big, then you're making a lot of money off that. Because
I mean, shit, at least I don't have to burn CDs no more with LimeWire.
That's another.
LimeWire. Who downloaded LinkinPark.exe?
Yep. Oh man, that was one of the ways to one of the only ways when I was younger to listen to music was to steal shit on LimeWire.
Yeah.
LimeWire and Napster. I didn't have, so I'm from a rural community. I didn't have a music store or a vinyl shop. I didn't have shit. So the only way to find out about music was that way or whatever my brother bought because he was older than me and had money.
What is popular on Pirate Bay?
Pretty much.
Download
What was the
BitTorrent.
fucking? What was the bear one? Was that one LimeWire's fucking mascot?
I don't know. LimeWire's mascot was a lime.
No,
Literally.
there was one with a fucking bear.
Napster?
Nope. It was literally an actual fucking whole ass bear.
I'm gonna look this up because I feel like you may have done some hard drugs before.
I fucking wish.
Yeah, because LimeWire became FrostWire after the lawsuit. And then both of those got shut down. Because LimeWire kept delivering fucking viruses. I used BitTorrent, and then BitTorrent became a fucking, crypto service.
Are you thinking of BearShare? I don't think that's it. Napster and LimeWire were the originals that I know of. And Napster got crushed by the almighty Metallica. Yeah, I got shit.
They crush everybody though.
Metallica was
Well,
the biggest.
Can't even say really. It's not even the bands that do it though.
It was Lars.
Well, he's also salty in his day and age now.
You're not wrong.
But a lot of the corporational stuff, the publishers, so to speak, those are the bastards that just take sites down.
So, we were talking about this on break. Another way that I listened to a lot of music in my teenage years: Zunes, iPods.
Dude, I had a fucking flash drive MP3 player.
Yep.
The
MP3
fucking-
players.
Literally was the size of a fucking flash drive. Plug big ass headphones into it.
Yep.
Fucking Walkman.
I had a Walkman. I had a CD player. Hell, I'm old enough. I actually had a cassette player one before I had
Like,
a
I had
CD
the
player.
I had the cassette and radio fucking duel.
I think I got the cassette player one from Family Dollar.
My fucking older brother, he had a fucking cassette CD combination fucking boombox. I broke the cassette fucking tape deck. Cause I just hit eject and then press the thing back in and just keep hitting eject.
That's how I broke mine.
It was fucking so easy to play with, and then fucking wouldn't work anymore.
Them fucking things were loud though. Those fucking little boom boxes.
I had I remember when I got bougie and my dad bought me like a 6-disc CD player, had a double cassette attached to it, a subwoofer and 2 speakers. I remember when those fuckers were in every store. Walmart, I think Sony had like the Explode one, it was black and red, mine was an LG. Hell, I had a fucking 3-disc one too with the fucking suction cup when it fucking changes, you go and it fucking change the CD over.
Fucking form you don't see too often anymore is jukeboxes.
No, you're right. Dude, I used to love going to places with my dad, like restaurants that had jukeboxes. Fucking be like, I want to listen to B3, bitch.
I think they have digital ones now.
Yeah, they
places.
do.
Yeah.
But you can put on the worst fucking shit and they have to endure it. Fucking, I put on fucking like.
Almost, I think every Denny's has one.
Yeah.
I put on
The
some
Wooden
wild
Keg
shit.
has a digital one that pulls music from the internet, and so many times I've had the urge to like go up and put some like blasphemous shit on.
Oh, I'll literally fucking we go. I'm just gonna tell you, no balls. I'll get another steak there just to sit there and just listen to just.
I think I put
Hey,
on
like,
death trips once at Arugas.
People
like
next to
fucking
me are being
Dexter
real
scene.
annoying. I'm gonna go put on some fucking trashy shit. How to have a restaurant to yourself. Put on music no one else wants to hear.
I tried to put on Ram Ranch. It wouldn't let me.
Oh no! Do not do that.
Just sitting there listening to Ram Ranch in Arugas.
Can you imagine just like opening up with a fucking bro job? The sound of 1,000 clapping asses. And that's the start for Teeny Weeny.
Or some like really blasphemous shit from like Volvinia. Like fucking Flesh Suit.
Fucking Flesh Taylor.
Yeah, Flesh
Gonna
Taylor.
fucking skin your ass alive and fucking literally wear it.
Oh man.
Yeah,
And
but
it-
do you
But
think
it's
the majority of
culturally-
people would understand what the fuck they're even saying?
no, yeah, you're
Well,
fucking-
I mean, until he gets to the part where he goes, Flesh Taylor. No.
Or the part where he does this like low growl and you can clearly hear where he's describing how he's gonna cut someone's skin off and use their asshole as a hand puppet. Yeah, it's fucking clear as day. It doesn't take deciphering. You're like, the first time I listened to that song, I'm like, did he just fucking say that? I went to Spotify and I'm like, whoop. I'm like, oh my god, he did.
Spotify's lyrics aren't even accurate. They're generated.
No. So a lot of artists like them can upload their own.
Yeah.
So that's what they actually. That's what a lot of metal bands do is they upload their own.
Or you can go real old school. Well, not super. I guess this is this about as old school as it gets, huh?
You can look
This is
in the
yeah.
look in the
This-
book.
this is before A-Track. You can get a little lyric sheet, since if you really don't know what's going on, you can sit there and read along with the music.
Dude, I remember fucking printing out lyric sheets in school. Going fucking.
Me.
I,
One of the fucking other days, my Spotify was like following along with lyrics, and then it just had periods. I'm like, huh? You must be auto-filled because you don't have any of the lyrics.
I mean, yeah. I guess we can sit here and we can read along with Fit for an Autopsy.
Let's have a sing along.
I'll tell you right now, I'm not really fit for an autopsy. I put on a few pounds.
I don't see anything blasphemous in here. Let me get some fucking Midnight vinyls, and we'll come back to.
You sure you don't want to pull out the aborted one?
Oh yeah, that will have some blasphemous shit on it. Hang on. But yeah, I don't think like the first way I actually ever really listened to music was when I actually got dropped off at my nan and pop's on my dad's side. My pop would always put on his vintage vinyls, and the one song that has always stuck to me and will to this day. And one day, Lucas, we're gonna do our own experimental cover of it, the Monster Mash.
The fucking.
I
The
just,
Monster Mash is a song about monsters doing the Monster Mash, but we don't know what the Monster Mash is.
Yeah.
It really is a modern.
You just gotta put a MIDI in there.
Nobody knows what the Monster Mash is.
Maybe we should do a cover of it and then also do a song about what it actually
The
is.
Monster Mash parentheses.
You know, people
real,
might come
not
after you for that
clickbait. Good title.
Fucking YouTube.
Are you capable of reading?
No.
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm fucking sure.
First grade? Second grade.
Dog, I was putting closed captions on the TV before I could even comprehend my existence.
Call me
That'll be
insane.
you
but-
in the fucking womb. Kick mom's belly.
Okay,
Closed captions. Thank you.
so threading on Vermilion Perception, there's a fucking sequence in here that is fucking brutal. Call me insane, but this is what I crave. The natural stiff flesh of a rapist I have murdered. Buried to the grave, their death shall wreak fame. No piece of shit shall walk this world again. Aborted.
And unquote.
That was the most readable one off this album, by the way.
Damn.
There's a bunch of stuff that would absolutely get us fucking banned.
Yeah.
I mean, it is
I've
aborted.
listened to some fuck shit. Fuck, I don't even know if I could say this lyric. Maybe I should.
I mean, what's the worst that's gonna happen? We have another episode pulled down and we gotta do it again.
I mean, it's not as bad. It's just surprising that it's in the song. Because you're just sitting there and all of a sudden he says, "Shotty to the head, I got his dreams on me."
Well, that's not that bad.
That's not that bad, but like, I'm just sitting there vibing along. I'm like, why is this in the song?
You know, I have an answer for you, and it's pretty twisted. But maybe he was thinking of Kurt.
No, that he's actively saying he's putting a shotgun to the head.
Well, he did actively do that.
Well, he's
While on the toilet. That's what I say. Maybe he was thinking about him.
it's weird how many people have died in the toilet.
Elvis
Dude died eating a fucking sandwich.
on the toilet.
Taking a fat shit, couldn't get it out, so he was like, you know what, I'm gonna fucking eat this peanut butter and banana sandwich.
Conclusion: toilets
there,
are dangerous.
there is nothing live stream readable on this one. Holy fuck.
What you got there?
Fucking force kill grid. Apparently this whole album is about a good person murdering lots of really bad people. I mean, at least he's killing bad people.
I had a really dark, twisted joke for that one, but that is not safe for stream.
You know, talking about listening to music, I've never listened to music off an 8-track.
Good job.
I've never even fucking seen an 8-track in person. As much as I fucking love music, I don't even know what one looks like.
I'm curious.
Anybody have any? I don't know what an 8-track looks like. Pretty much everything on here is why God sucks and you should never follow religion. Leave it to black metal Satanists to be like, yeah, religion sucks, don't follow it. I need to look this up. Man, if fucking Cole is watching this, he's probably dying right now.
Dude, they look like fucking Nest cartridges. The fucking 8-track.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Is it like a tape? It looks like it has
Yeah,
like...
it's a cassette tape.
Why is it so big?
Yeah.
I have no idea what the...
You never seen one?
No.
I've never fucking seen an 8-track in person. So they're just a really big cassette tape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what you would play it on.
What the fuck? Well, how do people listen to... I need to look at this. Car 8-track player.
See, that's cool.
It's like a little MP3 device type of deal.
So weird. I guess they fucking looked at a NES cartridge, and we're like, what if we made that into music?
So basically, a car one is just a single version of what Lucas sent, and it would just hang out of the dashboard real far.
Yeah.
And then some genius came up with the tape, which I think is probably the worst way to fucking listen to music. I don't think the quality of music on a fucking cassette tape has ever been good.
No.
I don't know, man. Def Leppard hits pretty different on tape.
Yeah, when the fucking recording gets fucked up because the tape's seen too much sunlight for fucking 2.5 seconds.
That's what all those clear cases were for, man. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, if the tape's tangled, somebody get me a pen.
Oh, dude, fucking manually rewinding is something I do not miss.
I had to do that with fucking VCRs, too.
Yeah.
Wait,
Make sure you rewind your tape before you return it.
Yeah, no, fuck that. I never did that for Blockbuster. Fuck them.
Dude,
And you could rent fucking music from them, too.
dude, the worst part about cassettes were, like, on a vinyl, you can kind of see where you need to go back for a song.
Yeah.
On a cassette, you're like, nope, not right. Nope, I'm too far. Fuck, I missed it again.
Yeah, you guessed.
I just want to fucking, so for me, it was Metallica's Black Album, and I always just wanted to fucking listen to Enter Sandman for like the longest time. And just fucking rewind, like, nope, that's too far. Nope, that's sad but true. Fucking, it was never accurate. Even when fucking cassette players got more fucking fancy and you can just do the like hold rewind, it never fucking helped.
No, you still didn't know where the fuck you were.
Nope. Fucking never. You like take it out and look at it, you're like, I think it's when both spools are equal is when that song starts popping back and you're like, no. Oh, because it's on side B, that's why. Dude, one of the things fucking I remember so vividly talking LimeWire, I was one of the few kids in the neighborhood that had a PC with a fucking CD burner. All the fucking CDs I burned. Hell, some of them would fucking, like, thinking about them now, some of the old CDs I burned would have, like, an Eminem's, like, I didn't know how to organize the songs into set lists. It would be
No.
like, it'd be like Eminem, Black Sabbath, fucking, like, some random ass Def Leppard song, fucking straight back into, like, Run DMC.
Yeah.
And then, like, you'd be like, oh, yeah, I got a full disc, and you pull it out and see you only burned, like, this much of the fucking disc. You're like, how many fucking songs does this hold? And you look at it and like, this disc can hold 50 songs. You're like, I don't even fucking listen to 50 songs. I listened to 10 songs, and that's what the radio showed me. Modern radio is the worst. We'll get the
When
satellite.
we were younger, it wasn't that bad.
No, even then it sucked. If you think about when we listen to the radio in our parents' cars or going anywhere in any car, you go somewhere, you hear the same 10 songs. You get back in the car, you hear the same 10 songs, just a different host. Radio is the worst way to listen to music. It's the best way to listen to ads. Radio has more ads than fucking Pandora.
Yeah. No, fucking Pandora's worse now, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
You get like 10 fucking ads before you get back into the song.
Jesus.
It's fucking
I've seen some fucking
awful.
post a guy got a fucking ad in the middle of the song.
Yeah.
But, like, radio sucks. It really does. Do you know how many days of the week lately I wanted to go over and just smash the Estella's radio? If I have to hear the fucking Flower songs from Miley Cyrus one more fucking time.
Lord, I hear that on the way to work, at work, on the way home from work, like in the car, like at my job, and then on the way home. It's like the same songs over and over again.
I left work on noon on Friday, and I know for a fact I heard it at least 4 fucking times.
Yeah.
No, and they play it at the same time every day on the same station, every day, the same time,
Oh, and the fucking Victoria's Secret song. Oh my god.
Oh yeah,
God,
yeah,
that
yeah,
shit's
yeah.
See, I
awful.
stay away from my radios, so like I only vaguely know what you're
Like,
talking about.
Here's the
It's
thing,
so
at first when I
fucking-
seen that song and I seen the girl who did it on TikTok and she did it with a little girl, I was like, oh yeah, it's cute. Now that I hear it on the radio 7 times a day, I'm like, please, for the love of God, stop.
The fucking ABC song that was on the radio for fucking forever. The fucking ABCDFU. And
But see,
Oh,
I
my
wanted
fuck-
to fucking
Oh my
punch
fuck!
the radio
I
through the wall.
when you said when you said ABC, I thought you were talking about the Jackson 5, and
No,
I'm like,
not that
No.
song.
I was like, bro, what's wrong with that? Like, it fucking might seem weird for me, but what's wrong with that song? Like, I can vibe to that song, but I know
No.
A B C D E F U.
Maybe it's just like-
oh my fucking
Dude, that
yes.
shit is stuck in my... Because I had to sit by the fucking Estella's radio, packing shit, and that song would come on 5 times in an hour. I'm like, I'm gonna fucking destroy this radio with this fucking parcel package.
Maybe it's just Pennsylvania radio.
Dude, that
Radio
song
for
is
me growing up
bad.
wasn't like terrible.
And I hate. Here's what I hate. So you have stations, and I'm gonna use this because this is a station I listened to at work before I started just listening to my own shit and saying fuck works rules because it's a bunch of bullshit. 105.7 The X calls himself the leader in modern day rock.
Oh.
Bro,
And they still play Def Leppard and Motley Crue. I hate to break it to you, but modern day rock now is falling in reverse. Ice Nine Kills, even fucking, and you know what? I'm gonna fucking say this out loud. The new Nickelback album fucking slaps. I'm not a Nickelback fan, but the new album, fucking fantastic. It's so out of the realm. I fucking found out that they wrote that album with fucking 7-string Schecter guitars. To the point where fucking Chad is playing a 7-string on rhythm live now. And I'm like, it's not a metal guitar anymore. Because before that album, 7 strings is metal. Fucking 8 strings is gent. 9 strings is fucking fire your bassist. You don't need him anymore.
Tell your bassist to switch over.
But seriously, fucking radio sucks.
Radio's awful.
Nothing is new.
No.
To be like, oh, and here's this new hit song. Bitch, this was a hit song in 2016. Fucking, oh, the song that got to me the most when I was working in grocery store shit. Fucking John Legend. All of you.
Yeah.
see, I don't have to worry about listening to that all the time on the radio.
All of you
So I don't have to worry about it being overplayed like that.
means all of
If
me.
you think about it, social media is driving a lot of songs on radio now.
Yeah.
You know what drives songs on radio?
I only like the noon hour.
Money. It was
For that
stuck in my
fucking,
throat. That was weird.
The
I've
fucking ABC song, that was literally an industry plant. I fucking watched a video on it. She was like completely backed by like some fucking producer, like in the fucking like station. Like she was like promoting that shit before the song even came out.
Here's something I'm gonna say.
I only like the noon hour on the fucking radio stations they play at work.
Because it's
And
the
I
fucking
might-
throwback
I'm-
hour.
Because it's a throwback hour, yes.
But it's the same fucking throwback songs.
Literally. So, fucking, here's something I'm gonna say. And this hurt, this is gonna hurt Cole. Fuck Greta Van Fleet. I fucking hate Greta Van Fleet. If 105.7 The X could ride Greta Van Fleet's dick any fucking harder, they would have Greta Van Fleet's fucking child. They are 100% a fucking Led Zeppelin ripoff, and it's fucking annoying. And people are like, oh, their new sound is so amazing. What the fuck do you mean? They're using clean tweed amps with the same dude who sounds like a fucking chick singing the same shit Led Zeppelin did, just with different fucking guitar rhythm. I fucking hate them. And that's the thing. Fucking, this baffles me. The last Metallica tour for Death Magnetic, for some reason, Greta Van Fleet was on that tour. They got so fucking big that Metallica chose Greta Van Fleet over Volbeat. mind you, Metallica brought Volbeat to the limelight. So I got to see, and I'm fucking super happy to say this, I got to see Volbeat's very, very first North American tour show. Their very first one. And it was with fucking Anthrax. Halfway through that tour, they had caused an uproar in North America. Because people were like, why the fuck is this band not on the radio? And you played a few Volbeat songs. They're catchy. They're fun. Michael Poulsen can fucking sing. And they don't really have any rhyme or reason. Some have a meaning. Some mean something just to Michael. But Volbeat is a great band. Metallica caught wind and was midway through a tour, had dropped Van Halen and picked up Volbeat. Because Metallica seen Volbeat as the up-and-coming Metallica. That was straight from James and Lars's mouth. That they seen Volbeat to be Metallica in 10 years. And then to turn around when Volbeat's like, we would love to do this tour with you, we have nothing going on, we're not writing an album, let us do it. And Metallica's like, yeah, we're gonna take fucking Led Zeppelin 2.0 over here. Have you listened to Greta Van Fleet?
I don't think so.
Nope.
Not of my own volition.
I don't think I have.
I'm gonna do this, and I don't give a shit. No, I can do.
You can
I'll
do it after the podcast.
fucking
I'll do it after the podcast.
Yeah, do it.
I will do it after the
beat
podcast.
your ass with a fucking cobra.
Like, oh my god, it's so bad. And they don't try to be anything other than Led Zeppelin. But they claim that Led Zeppelin isn't an influence. That, like, Jimi Hendrix is and AC/DC. And I hear none of those. Being an Aussie myself, I respect AC/DC and what they have done for the rock world. Because AC/DC really...
They're fucking...
They did a lot.
They're a
They
pillar
really
when
did.
it comes to rock.
Oh, hell yeah. If there was one rock band I could see live without all the filler bands, without seeing Def Leppard, I would go see AC/DC in a heartbeat.
They put on a very good show live.
But I fucking, like, the worst show I ever seen, my fucking aunt drugged me to see it was fucking Lynyrd Skynyrd and Def Leppard. And, oh my god, all the fucking, like, 40-year-old men and women wearing latex leather. Oh, you pictured it. You just fucking,
I was just like,
you
oh,
pictured
no.
it too.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Fucking
oh,
brutal.
like,
No.
your prime is over and these bands are dead. Please, for the
See
love
that one
of God.
fat guy
stop.
just
fucking
itching his
walking.
ass crack?
Just,
Yes,
Oh.
and you could hear them walking. The amount of beer I had spilled on me at 8 years old was gross. And now I'm going to reveal something that I've never revealed before. One of the best live shows that I still remember seeing live, my aunt took me when I was like 6 to see the Backstreet Boys. And I'm not going to lie, they are fucking killer live. They put on such a show. And I fucking, like, and that's gotta be weird coming from me. I'm like
Yeah.
the uber metalhead of the group. But that's the thing, I fucking love all music. I'm passionate for all music, and I respect all music. I will fucking dog on certain bands because I think they fucking are dog shit. And, like, what really pisses me off is when fucking somebody calls me a gatekeeper because I'm the farthest thing from that, Lucas. I have drugged you to some of the heaviest metal shows that I've ever been to. And also some of the most, like, laid-back metal shows. I've also drugged you to see thrash metal icons fucking Creator. You have seen everything from fucking Doom with me all the way up to mainstream thrash. No fucking gatekeeper takes anybody to shows like that. Gatekeepers go by themselves. What I gatekeep, and I stand by this to today, new Metallica is rock. They look at themselves as rock. And when you think about the new album, it's a very much a rock album. But music is evolving. Whether it's rap, hip-hop, or experimental. Whether you, like, even for the stuff like you listen to, like the emo stuff, A Day to Remember. A Day to Remember is always evolving. And what happens with those evolutions is those bands that used to be the most extreme start to fall down the list. They're not so extreme anymore. Like, the reason why Tom Araya and Slayer hung it up is because Slayer, and as soon as you say that name, you're like, Slayer, wow, they were one of the most extreme metal bands of all time. Were. They knew they were. And they hung it up when they knew their time was done. Because bands like Lorna Shore are the new extreme. And people aren't going to the old guys of thrash like Gorguts, original death metal originators. No one's looking at them as the extreme anymore. They're looking at fucking bands like Volvinia with pig squealing and heavy gentiness. And that's what happened. You, like, now, Gorguts used to be considered, back in the day, they were blackened death metal. They're just a death metal band now. Metallica used to be thrash. They're a rock band now. And that shit fucking happened. And I respect bands that acknowledge the fact, like Metallica, that they fall out of that tree. But I don't like that people think when I dog a band, like, fucking 72 Seasons sucks dick. It does. Have you listened to it?
I don't think I've finished it, but it was alright. It's not...
It's not
There's
Metallica.
There's like
The thing
It's
is,
not
like,
when you go in looking at Metallica. I'm gonna fucking pull these out because when you go in looking for Metallica, there are two big things you're looking for: fucking Kill 'Em All, which is their first album, or what probably most of us hold tried and true is the fucking Black Album. Like, these are two albums, and like there's so many more. And Justice for All, Ride the Lightning. They're super heavy, super thrashy. They're not those guys anymore. They got old. They can't keep that momentum up. They're not as edgy as they used to be.
Yeah, there's like tier. You go from top mainstream, then you go to like Metallica. You go to rock, then you go to dad rock, then you go to classic rock.
What do you consider dad rock? That's a new one for me.
Honestly, I would probably, in that category that you literally just listed out, would put Metallica as dad rock.
Yeah,
Because
dad rock.
It would. I would say
This is what your
because
dad
their
puts
age.
on in the car.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
because of the age of it.
You want to hear something
It's
funny?
like 90s rock.
My
It's
dad
dad
used
rock.
to have a fucking mullet and long frizzy hair and loved Metallica. But when I got into metal, and I fucking begged to get him to come to a show for me when I was doing drums. It was the last show I ever played metal. I had fucking opened for Devil Driver and Lamb of God. And you know what he told me? The guy who got me into fucking metal music next to my brother who reintroduced me to it, the Black Album. My dad was big into bands, which used to be metal bands. Twisted Sister. Dee Snider was one of the most fucking iconic voices of the early era of metal. Like, my dad listened to all those hair metal bands, which was essentially just rock with the fucking knob turned all the way up.
Yeah.
Metal ain't real music. I was like, what the fuck? Motherfucker, I fucking heard you listening to Kill 'Em All. Don't you fucking tell me that. But I agree. Metallica is dad rock. 100%. And I will fucking still continue to listen to the old Metallica shit. And I still like Death Magnetic and Saint Anger is a Dumpster Fire.
Yeah.
But I fucking 72 Seasons was written for dads who don't want to listen to the new era of metal.
You think 10 years from now, Metallica's gonna be classic rock?
Pretty much.
Is
Because
it not
They're pretty
already?
much there, to be honest.
Is
Yeah.
it not already?
They're
No, because the Rolling Stones is still playing shows, and AC/DC is still a thing, and Def Leppard is still a thing.
I just
Those
grouped them all
bands need-
together.
Yeah.
What needs to happen is those bands need to die.
Then they become vintage rock.
Then they become what we look at now, the Jimi Hendrix, the Led Zeppelin. They become that genre of music. That genre of music that previous genre of music falls off. That's when albums like the original Led Zeppelin albums and vinyls and shit are going to become really popular because they're going to fall out of existence. Pink Floyd. There's going to be a point where no one's going to acknowledge them, and it's as that generation goes away.
Yeah.
And it's starting to happen. Hell, I seen an article the other day. One of the surviving members of Pink Floyd went back and rewrote. Oh fuck! What album? The one with the fucking triangle and the rainbow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He went back and rewrote the album.
Dark
How
Side of the Moon.
Dark Side of the Moon. He's going back.
I literally just thought like,
Fucking-
triangle, rainbow. That's the fucking Dark Side of the Moon.
But here's the thing. He's going back and rewriting it how he envisioned it. The only reason he's fucking doing that is to try and have some relevance, because the only thing that has relevance to Pink Floyd is the Pink Floyd experience, which is essentially doing a fuck ton of drugs, going to the show with no band, and watching an IMAX theater screen. Like, that shit's dying off. Jimi Hendrix is dying off. Fucking as much as I fucking love ZZ Top, and they're part of the reason why I have a beard, they're dying off. And it's not gonna be long before Metallica and Anthrax and even Creator become rock bands.
Yeah.
Because it's the evolution of music that drives it. Metal now, even black metal, like when Mayhem came out, being fucking notably one of the first black metal bands ever, that shit was extreme. When you listen to black metal now, like fucking Black Braid, it's evolved so much. Which, by the way, listen to Black Braid, one-man band project, all by himself, Native American black metal. Super fucking cool.
So, like, how much more do you think we'd come up with until we're like, okay, we can't come up with anything heavier?
I think we're starting to reach the pinnacle.
I do. And here's
But-
why I
but-
say
but
that.
think about, like, the creative people that there are right now in music. Ones that are pushing the boundaries of what they can and can't do.
Here's what I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna fucking toot me and Lucas's horn here. We're at the pinnacle of how heavy can be. Lorna Shore, Arcspire, Slaughter to Prevail. Some of the heaviest, undoubtedly, 3 of the heaviest bands of all time.
The human voice can only go so low.
Hang on. Volvinia, Aborted. Fucking, you know what? I'll throw Ingested on that list. When we seen Ingested, I was fucking blown away by his vocals live. I was blown away by their live performance. They were fucking visceral. Like, it's so badass. But here's the thing. Here is what is making the genre. And it's not bands like Motionless in White. It's bands...
Hey.
I'm not knocking them.
Leave my boys out.
I'm not knocking them. So, you want
I
to
am
know...
so knocking
you
them
wa-
in my head right now.
You want to know what's funny? The only time I've ever intentionally listened to Motionless in White is when they fucking did the live stream at Penhurst Asylum.
I watched that one. I was watching from it. It was amazing.
But the innovators of the metal genre now are bands like Animals as Leaders, Ice Nine Kills, Ocean's 8 Alaska. Technical, experimental music is the next generation of heavy.
Mm-hmm.
It honestly is. And I love my old metal. I love Aborted, I love Metallica, and I respect bands like Motionless in White for staying in that kind of like hybrid new metal, hard rock type of genre.
It's like alternative experimental, whatever.
But what's really going to drive it is going to be shit like me and Lucas are doing, where we sit down and say, what's the boundaries? And we go, well, there isn't one. What's the riff? And we take the riff and we say, oh, we can throw keyboard on that. We can throw a flute on that. We can throw MIDI on that. I can throw some insane drum. What's going to continue to evolve music is people who are not afraid to push the envelope on what you can put in music.
Yeah.
All right,
You
20-man
basically-
band.
Sit there and say, this thing is boring. How do we make this boring thing exciting?
Hold fast. They decided, they were like, we want to do Celtic punk rock, but we don't want to do Celtic punk rock. And they came up with a style that is honestly dark and grungy, as much as they fucking refuted against me to this day. Hold Fast is dark and grungy in tone. They're still super happy, but they're outside of the realm of the Rumjacks and the
Yeah.
Dropkick Murphys and the Flogging Mollies.
It's the vocal fry.
It's different, and it's gonna be like them, and like Blind Accuracy, who's not afraid to bring in that ska influence in the East Coast punk. It's bands who aren't afraid to push like Humanity Decay, technical, advanced death metal with a little hint of black metal. That is what is going to push the envelope of metal and hard rock to the future. And I think Nickelback proved that with their album. They got super technical, super experimental. There are some straight up Nickelback songs on that album. But there are some songs when you listen to them, if a death metal vocalist jumped on them, you wouldn't know what genre they fucking belong to. You'd be like, what the fuck is this? They're heavy and crunchy. And I do still think that bands like Volvinia and Aborted are going to continue to keep advancing that blackened, grungy side of death metal and gorecore. 100%. Just like I 100% think, like, I fucking love Cattle Decapitation's Terracite album. Because they bring a lot of new tones, new styles, new advancements. They're super progressive. It's that type of shit that's going to keep advancing music. Because there is going to be a point where listening to Metallica play the same 6-bar measure 3 times is going to be very boring. And fucking, as much as I am tired of Will Ramos's voice, Lorna Shore will continue to push the envelope of metal with that symphonic, gigantic sound. And even fucking Brave the Sea, Lady Death, that fucking album is so good. And they were like, we're Celtic punk, but here's a death metal song. We're Celtic punk, but here's a really nice, vibrant, happy song. We're Celtic punk, but here's this grungy, dark shit. It's bands like that who aren't gonna be afraid to step over the limit. And I'm glad that Lucas and Cole and Dave have opened my eyes to that musically, because without it, I'd just be writing doom music. Because of that opening to me and seeing where music is actually going, I've changed my directive. Like, I've thought about downtuning a bunch of times, but there's going to be a riff I'm going to throw on at the end of this that is super fucking nasty, and it's in standard. I'm not in fucking E. I'm not down in fucking E half step. I'm not drop D. I'm not drop C. I'm not drop B. I'm not down in G. My fucking H string is in standard tuning, for fuck's sake. And it's, for me, it's that desire to push the envelope to what people want to listen to. Because let's face it, me and you listen to Liquid Metal, and there's been some new songs that have come out that we were like, oh, that sucked. Like the last I Prevail album, I was super excited for, and it fucking sucked.
There's only a handful of songs. A couple of songs that are actually good.
Let me see if I've listened to it.
Now
I've
there
probably
are
listened to a
like
bunch
other
of stuff.
bands that are now like somebody that literally just did a collab with Corpse in metal.
I think Corpse will continue to push the envelope of where he is. And I
Honestly,
think that's partially
he's-
because of his voice.
Yeah, he's primarily able to do that with his voice, although even he's still limited on how he can do stuff. Even when it comes to like screams and whatnot, he's still limited because of his condition.
I mean, I think he's semi-fallen into irrelevancy.
Absolutely. I'm not
he's-
gonna knock that.
Yeah, I
Fuck,
would say he's
hell,
been relevant with his music.
Brojob went out of their way to cover a song. Fucking
I said
E-Girl.
irrelevant. I haven't heard a lot from Corpse in a
He
while.
stopped
Well,
posting
so,
online because
yeah.
he's sick.
Oh yeah, he's
Well,
not
just,
been
not
well.
just because of
Yeah.
that, but
I mean, that's-
also
that's
from
really not-
people
I mean-
themselves being dicks.
Oh yeah, and apparently he had a bunch of fucking death threats and a bunch of stupid shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
Jesus.
mean,
I
it's
say
not
fuck
his
people,
fault,
But he literally just had a collab come out not that long ago
Yeah,
with somebody.
Yeah, it was with Bring Me the Horizon.
Yeah,
We
we
listened
Yeah,
to it in
with,
the car.
with Ollie.
on the way
that's
to
that's another band
Fest.
that like
They went
Yeah.
from a brutal background. To
Bring Me the
write.
Horizon got very
I-
light. I used to
metal-
really love
metalcore.
them,
I
and then
don't
they were
listen
like,
to them anymore.
I don't.
They went from some brutal fucking death.
You know
to
who else did
metalcore.
that? Fucking Black Veil Brides. They used to be fucking great.
Don't
and then
even
they were-
get me started. Like,
I never
Like,
I
don't
never
even-
jumped on the
I've
train.
seen
Do you
twice.
get riled up? Is this a thing?
I've seen them twice in concert.
Was it disappointing?
Both times.
So I saw them like all together, and then I saw like Andy's like solo project, and it was like
Pretty much Black Veil Brides,
It
but
was-
by himself.
it was just so like sad. Like, and then he comes back to Black Veil Brides, and then they're just doing like his solo music but together because it's so like chill. It's just chill.
They
Rock.
fell off so hard.
I'm so sad because like I loved their like first two albums, I think.
Yeah, pretty much. That's where I am
And
with
then
them.
like the third album was like in the end or something.
They became Hinder.
Yeah.
They were like,
Yeah,
holy shit, this Hinder band's taking off, let's do what they were doing. And everyone was like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah. It's
You think
The
about it, a
only
lot of
song
bands
that
are
I
like
liked
now.
off In the End is In the End.
yeah, that was
And it, for the longest time, I didn't even fucking realize it was them.
Lucas says that he sounds like Nickelback.
He does.
That's who I thought it was. I thought In the End was Nickelback or fucking Chris Daughtry.
Yeah.
I could pass it off as Chris.
Here's the thing. I fucking like Chris. I fucking... Two bands that I fucking listen to that most people don't know, fucking Chris Daughtry and Theory of a Dead Man.
Yeah, Theory of a Dead Man.
Theory of Dead Man is good. Even fucking live, I've heard they're fucking amazing.
Like, the thing I hate is when Theory of a Dead Man was catching momentum, Corey Taylor had left Slipknot and did Stone Sour. And because it was Corey Taylor, Stone Sour took over. And I've always thought, and to this day will think,
well,
that fucking... If you were to go one for one, and I had to take one Theory of a Dead Man song and one Stone Sour song and put them head to head and decide what was a better band, and I would take... So I'd take Stone Sour in the glass, or Through the Glass,
Through the Glass.
and I would take Santa Monica by Theory of a Dead Man and put them head to head. Theory of a Dead Man fucking destroyed it. But here's the thing. It was Corey Taylor, so that took all the thunder, and fucking Theory of a Dead Man fell flat.
Ironically enough, Stone Sour came first.
That was Corey's first band, yes. Before
then he-
Slipknot. I don't know if you
And
guys
then he
knew
like
that.
side project off to
Yeah.
Slipknot just to be side off when Stone Sour wasn't writing songs. But then every time Stone Sour went on tour or was writing an album, that's when you would never see Slipknot.
Yeah.
That's why
So,
their albums are
Theory,
so far
so
apart.
when it comes down to it, fucking Stone Sour was Corey Taylor's first band. Very first. It was
Like
before Slipknot.
93?
Yeah, it existed before Slipknot, and then he ended it for Slipknot, which is fucking weird.
And then they like got back together, but then re-ended it again.
Yeah, but and I don't fucking get it because if you were to add it, fucking,
Look-
all it is fucking Slipknot without Corey screaming. It's no different than half of the Slipknot albums where Corey doesn't scream because people are like, Corey's got good screams. It's like, yeah, when he uses them, half the time he fucking sings like it's fucking Vermilion.
Well, I mean, half the time when he was screaming, he was cutting himself.
Also true.
There's only so much you can do before your body is just like, hey, no.
Here's another big controversial topic. And so, I love punk, and punk is where I came from. I'm really into traditional punk, so, like, I'll listen to Ramones, I fucking love Rancid, shit like that. But, modern punk is going to die if these bands don't come up with a way to stay alive. And I hate to say it because I fucking love Bowling for Soup. But if they don't figure out a way to stay relevant in the modern changing music era, like, fucking, I know you're a Green Day fan, but that last album was a fucking disaster. They were just like, we need to make music. And they're like, okay, let's do pop music and make it sound like Green Day. And went, what the
Father of All was fucking
I
awful.
hated it so much.
A lot of people are
And
like, dude,
that
what
one
the fuck?
fucking song is the only one that ever played on radios. back to fucking listening to radio. I can't even fucking think of what the song was.
It was called Boom Boom Radio or some shit like that.
It's like the most pop song ever. I'm like, this is not how
Yeah.
Green Day is coming back. Please
Well,
tell
they fucking wanted to write a rock opera and like, no, fucking that was a rock opera.
I think it's
fucking-
fucking. I think this is hilarious too because it kind of falls in that punk and grunge and like Motionless in White. When My Chemical Romance came back and they were like, we're gonna do a reunion tour, and people were like, oh, they're making new music, and they were like, fuck no, like no one's gonna listen to the new music. Fucking no, the only thing people are listening to is pop music now. They just fucking
Yeah.
came out and literally retoured the Black Parade tour again.
They made one song.
That was it.
Yep. That
And
was
they
it.
didn't even fucking play it live.
And they made tons of money off of like all their old music, which is fine. Everybody loves their music.
I mean, I'm hoping to go to a folk punk show. But,
Folk punk?
yeah,
Where?
Fillmore.
Who?
Jeff Rosenstock is headlining. Chris Farron. Hold on, I have.
Has the tickets.
They're $25, so.
Yeah.
So you were totally into folk punk.
All Lucas listens to is Jeff Rosenstock.
Yeah,
all
I've
you
heard
play
him
in
say
the
that.
car. That's all he plays in the
I've
car.
heard him say that.
He will not have anything else on. Like his
Just throw on Spotify on repeat.
yeah, his repeat playlist is all Jeff Rosenstock.
It's not all Jeff. It's Jeff Rosenstock. It's Lucky. It's Blade. It's like there's more than just Jeff Rosenstock on there.
It
There's
just
like
so
4 Jeff
happens-
Rosenstock songs.
It's
on
mostly Jeff Rosenstock.
Yeah,
I
it's
promise.
there. Jeff Rosenstock.
I know all of them by heart now because
Sidney
it's the same
Gish.
songs.
Gladdy, Chris Farron, and Diners.
It's the same song.
The thing is,
Fight me if you want, though. I was never a My Chemical Romance fan.
I wasn't either.
I
I don't like so like all
Here's
the
the thing
girls
with
in
My-
school would go crazy.
My
for it.
Chemical Romance introduced me to that style. My Chemical Romance basically got me to A Day to Remember.
Yeah, I'd
That's-
say it went from like them over to like Bullet for My Valentine and everything.
Oh
and then
god,
Hell,
early Bullet and early Atreyu are to die for.
dude, fucking early Bullet, like all the fucking girls that got concert tickets in fucking middle school, just like fucking going, like yeah, amazing.
I
Ben
love
Sevenfold,
I
fucking
love
amazing.
Bullet so much that in my punk band we did a punk cover of fucking Tears Don't Fall.
Oh my god.
I fucking
Now,
like
can you imagine that, but heavier?
yeah, that ain't never gonna happen.
They don't gotta fucking make it. There's cover songs for a reason.
And that fucking oh man,
I mean, for fuck's sake, like Slaughter Prevail, he did the fucking Barbie song.
he did do the Barbie song. Like I don't know, fucking on the topic of fucking radio because that's where we got on this fucking.
Yeah, when are they gonna start playing like death metal? I'm waiting.
But the problem is radio stations are never going to change. They're going to keep playing the same shit for decades to come. We're going to continue to hear Flowers. We're going to continue to hear John Mayer. We're going to continue to hear the ABC song. We're going to fucking continue to hear the same shit. We're going to hear Def Leppard into our fucking 50s because
They
those
play-
radio
they
stations
play
refuse to
whatever's
fucking let them
on.
go.
You still hear fucking Jump by Van Halen.
They play whatever
yeah.
is on like the top fucking Billboard 100. That's what
Yeah.
they play.
Yeah, it's whatever. Like,
So-
the
Whatever's on the
majority of
Billboard
people
100
like.
for that
but
year.
like stuff like metal and like niche genres will never hit something like that unless you get bands like Metallica or like
Look, no,
Look
no,
here.
no, no, I gotta stop you there. We can't say that because Knock Loose did fucking play that huge ass fucking pop festival and had fucking, oh god, what the fuck is her name? Oh god. Oh,
That's true. That's true.
Taylor
oh,
Swift?
no.
No.
Oh, Billie
No.
Eilish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking Billie Eilish was even fucking like vibing backstage. And something's clearly happening in the world of fucking metal because Demi Lovato is becoming a fucking host on Liquid Metal.
well so
Yeah, and I'm not knocking because I know she's a fucking metalhead.
yes, primarily because her boyfriend has a slight influence because he's also a musician, but it like his influence is only instrument, and it's literally it. Vocally, from the few songs I had listened to by him, is not anything like that. But like, he's what like people probably see are like, that's a typical metalhead just by the way he looks.
I don't know, the fucking radio sucks, period. Hands
That's
down.
what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
like local radio is literally all billboards. So unless you get like top fucking artists, they're
But-
like, you guys need to look in this
Yeah, but fucking
genre.
Knock Loose is in the top 100, and I don't hear 105.7 The X playing
No,
Knock
no,
Loose.
you're looking at the wrong top 100.
A lot of
The
stuff
fuck,
that goes.
like the billboard stuff is completely fucking different.
Yeah.
They're on a whole fucking like, we're on this trophy platform. We don't care about your top 100 here, but we're on this trophy platform.
Yeah, even some artists in the top 100, like actually on the top Billboard 100, don't even make it in because their songs are too different from radio standards.
Yeah.
Like,
And that's probably the other thing though, is like you think about it, a lot of metal songs are just, well, not appropriate. We're censored now these days.
They got them Christian.
You're not wrong.
But see, that's the thing though. So like,
you know how many beliefs
they-
they'd have
they
to put in
could
for a
play-
single metal song? It'd be a beliefs for half the fucking
They-
metal song in silence.
But the thing is,
Why-
like, they could play stuff like fucking Shadow of Intent, fucking ABR, Brand of Sacrifice. They could play that on the radio.
Yeah, they're fine.
They like Shadow of Intent has plenty of fucking songs that are literally just all fantasy.
This could be played on the radio. This absolutely could be played on the radio. You know why it will never be played on the radio? Because it speaks shit about why religion is a bunch of fucking bullshit. And that's the thing that most people don't fucking get when people are like, well, why do you listen to so many satanic bands? Because they pretty much tell you exactly what you don't want to hear, is that your fucking religion is a goddamn cult and you need to shut your fucking mouth and let us be people. The only reason why bands like Immortal exist is because of asshole religious people.
Yeah, I mean that's how punk started.
Literally, okay, that can't be on the radio. That can't be on the radio. I mean, there are some songs on this that could be on the radio.
Potentially.
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely. Fucking, like, Collateral Damage is basically a song about why you shouldn't do certain things and why it could do damage to other people. Like,
But if we really think about it, I guarantee, like, if they were to even, like, when they first played, some, what was it? Was it Gasoline? I think it was Gasoline when fucking 105 played that on their station.
yep.
I know for a fact their monthly fucking listeners spiked. Like,
Oh,
they
absolutely.
were even talking about it. They're like, well, this song is fucking huge. That's because you're playing songs that, in your radio station, what's considered modern is now metal. It's not fucking rock. Like, this isn't the 90s and the 2000s anymore. We're far past that, where everybody is to the point where they're listening to even just metal core. It's now just metal on that station.
And
And other
honestly,
stations, they're not going to adapt that. Like pop and hip hop stuff ain't going to adapt that.
before we pick a topic for next week, I think the honest thing, the biggest thing that you should do, fucking take a minute and sit back and find local music bands to you. And find if they're on a streaming service and fucking support them and not the bands on your fucking Billboard 100. Because those are going to be the people, and Lucas will tell you, that are going to show you an amazing show and treat you like your family from fucking day one. They are super humble about where they've come from, and they're super humble about where they are. And honestly, you're probably going to find things that you didn't even know were out there. We have friends across multiple genres: ska, punk, technical, death, fucking all the way into the fucking grunge Celtic punk of Holdfast, to the even like in talks. I've been in talks with getting the Killmain Saints on. They're like one of the biggest fucking punk, like Celtic rock bands around here. But at the same time, I'm also in works with still trying to get Nordic Winter on here. Like, those people, fucking, here's a big one. And if you're into metal or power metal, check these guys out. They were our first guest, Dragon Corpse. They just had an article written about them because of where they are. Loudwire literally just wrote an article about powercore becoming an actual genre in metal. And it's because of Marty and those guys not being afraid to take a leap and being like, fuck just doing deathcore and fuck just being power metal. We want to do everything. Find those bands. They're out there. There are local bands for every genre. I'm not a U2 fan, and I'm going to give some fucking credit. I've heard U2 songs. When we went to see Hold Fast at XL Live, the U2 cover band that played for them was pretty fucking good. They didn't sound like shit. They were pretty solid, and you were there. They were solid. You were there too, weren't you, Lucas?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were all shooting pool because we didn't care to watch it.
We didn't care to watch them, but they sounded good. They were good music to listen to. There are bands that fucking, honestly, probably do better. From what I've heard, the band, the Four Horsemen band that does Metallica covers, does them pretty much like Metallica did them back in the Ride the Lightning era. So... And I have friends in the band Thrashstick that I turned down being a drummer for. Like, there are a lot of small bands that are in the genres that you listen to that are great, and there's going to be bands like me and Lucas that are going to fucking push the envelope on what belongs in a Ripley's Believe It or Not. Because I have no intention with the Cremation Society project to be anywhere but what I want to fucking be when we write a song. Every song is going to be written to whatever it is, and every song is going to have... I don't intend, and I don't think Lucas intends to be like, well, this doesn't fit this album. We're going to be like, okay, this was the song. We need to write a transition to go from A to B, and this song is going to be here. We have some plans to have some fun and fuck around with people to kind of keep things open, but I can tell you now, as of right now, the Cremation Society is very much heavily experimental metal. We are going to cross genres that we probably should. At some point, I do have, and I already have the workings in place, and I haven't told you about this, but I'm going to do it now. I've been working with my friend who does hip-hop. He's from up in Massachusetts, who's going to work with us to do a rap metal song, but I've decided to change it a little bit, so expect a rap doom tech song. So, I'm working on that. I already kind of have some of the shit written for it, but I'm 100% on board with fucking bands that are pushing the envelope. I don't care whether you like us or not. We're going to write the music that we want to write, and we're going to have fun while doing it, and we'll get our followers just like Holdfast did. We'll work every day at it. We'll play the shows we got to play. I know that when it comes down to it, when we go live, we're going to have friends that support us and people that are in our corner no matter what we play. And no matter where I go when it comes to my live presence, there's things coming that I can't discuss that I know I will have friends in my corner that are not things you would probably think I would be doing. But overall, listen to music anywhere and everywhere on any fucking platform. I personally don't care if you steal it. If you need to steal music because you don't have the money but you need to find new music, it's out there. Hit up Spotify and just fucking start scrolling through bands.
YouTube to MP3.
Yep. They're everywhere. All of us have gateway drugs into music. It started somewhere. We didn't just fucking fall into our love of music from nothing. I'm a music junkie, and though I may not go see a lot of things live that are out of genre, I'm not afraid to listen to them. Like, I found something out recently that I started listening to. It's EDM Doom Tech. It's EDM music with doom and technical death metal. It is fucking wild. And
Started with EDM metalcore, I believe.
it fucking baffles me that, like, more people aren't listening to it, but more people aren't going to because we're so focused. So many people are focused on the mainstream And I love the mainstream. We've seen Sepultura and Creator. Those are huge mainstream bands. August Burns Red, Brand of Sacrifice, fucking Shadow of Intent are mainstream bands. And it baffles me that people aren't listening to the smaller bands. Because if I had to put it, and I'm not even going to fucking talk up Guess with Humanity Decayed, one of the best technical death bands I've ever fucking listened to is them. They are super good at what they fucking do. That being said, we need a topic for next week. What do we want to talk about? You're here. You can throw a topic and make us suffer.
I don't know. I didn't come prepared.
Italian cuisine.
Oh my
I
god.
don't know. I'm just thinking about lasagna.
Thanks, motherfucker. I haven't even lit that now. I'm fucking hungry. Josh, you got any good ideas?
Is it cooking?
Cooking?
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
say I gotta cook a little bit for that one, you know. Might have to put a couple on the burner and see what comes up.
Fucking cooking. 'Cause there's a lot of ways to cook.
Food?
Yeah, just like
Yeah,
Food
but
and-
if you
Food
don't
and cooking
cook,
in general?
if you
Yeah.
don't cook like Chef Ramsay, you're not cooking. So
Alright,
stop
next
it.
I
week.
fucking enjoy cooking.
Next week, we are going to do an episode on food. I enjoy cooking too. Like
What's your
Here-
best dish that you can make?
the fucking steak I made today is pretty goddamn good.
Honestly, one of
You
these
need to
mornings,
try a
I'm
piece
just gonna
of it.
fucking
I will.
make some scrambled eggs. I'm gonna get Brie off the fucking eggs. And I'm just gonna fucking scramble them up.
So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you guys a chance. I'm going to give you a little sneak peek into more Cremation Society stuff. So, here's the thing that I'm going to bring up, and I've said this to Lucas, and Lucas already knows. The demo's done. Like, I'm in no rush to get it out. We have plans that we're going to have some fun with this journey as we do it. The demo's done. I have no issues giving sneak peeks. Nothing is a secret here. I mean, the Cremation Society is 2 of us, and however many instruments we have in our possession, from fucking flutes to fucking launch pads to drum kits to guitars to bass. Gonna be a lot of shit going on. This one was made by me today. Literally spur of the moment. It was just how I was feeling is what I did. I was feeling kind of spooky and kind of heavy. So enjoy the sneak peek. Thank you for joining in for this episode. We are going to transition to a display, capture, and cut the mic. We will see you guys next week. Also, before I transition, we are looking at an October takeover from Holdfast, where Cole and Dave are going to come turn the tables on Into the Crypt podcast, and they're going to come have some fun with us. Apparently, they haven't had enough of our shit. That being said, it's up in the air. It could be October, could be November, December. We're going to take it whenever we get it. I'm working on guests. It's not fucking easy, especially not now. Everyone is super busy. I'm trying. We had last week's episode, unfortunately, got pulled down, but we have the previous week's episode, which I fucking, please go listen to it. It was with Dallas from Studio 327. He is such a sweet guy. He's so awesome. And watch our socials on Facebook at Into the Crypt, not podcast on Facebook.
Into the Crypt.
It's at Into the Crypt on Facebook. Subscribe to us on YouTube at Into the Crypt Podcast. Follow us on Into the Crypt Podcast on Twitch. And definitely hit up our Facebook, because I'm going to post some revealed pictures of our shirt design from Dallas. I'm working to get those printed. It's going to take us some time to get the money together for that. And I'm going to post up the tattoo design that Dallas made for me, because it's going to be fucking awesome, and it's going to go right fucking here for everybody to see. So, go back, watch the Dallas episode. Watch all of our previous episodes. We've been having a lot of fun doing this lately. It's been pretty much up from every episode we've done. Anybody got anything before I transition to mic off?
Yeah, spooky, scary skeletons.
It's almost that time of the year. Don't get me all jacked up on
I mean,
Halloween,
you were saying something about yours feeling spooky. And
Oh yeah, I
stuff.
was
just-
feeling spooky. We're gonna cut to it. All right, we're out of here. Deuces, everybody. Have a good night.
One.
That's the first thing I thought about.
You didn't cut Mike.
I did cut Mike.
No, you didn't.
Oh, what the fuck? I didn't cut Mike. Bye.